Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual,
yet stimulating.
fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual,
Yet stimulating.
fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual,
Yet stimulating.
fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 282. I trust that everybody who is in the hearing of my voice and seeing my face are not nearly as tired as I am. I hope that everybody is healthy, everybody is doing okay. Likewise, your family. For those persons who are at work on this Friday night, I trust that your shift will end soon and you'll get a chance to get home to be with your family. For the people who are on the road, please stay safe, get home safely. For the people who are at home, ready for listen to teach about some things we have to jam down. Jam rock, Jamaica land we love. Land of food and water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vice Cartel, Goldin-Bunting, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Portia Simpson Miller. You understand me? I say Lisa and Marcus, Messiah Garvey, Mark Goldin and some other people. Peeps, good night. We're there. I'm tired, but the work of the work. So forward.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them. You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them. Hey, yo, send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them right here. Warlord representing.
Yeah, peeps, top of the night. If me drop asleep, don't wake me. That me I tell you too. Hope the ones I'm alright, Did not stream Sunday because I was so caught up with trying to get myself and my department ready for Monday for work. Moving into the virtual space. The week has been rough. There have been challenges and issues which has arisen as a result of many different variables. But we have been trying as best as possible to treat with these developments as they appear. Still not 100% smooth. Next week, again, we go at it. We try as best as possible to meet the children, the students as far along the way as we can. And also to partner with parents and other stakeholders to ensure that the nation's children are being catered for in a wholesome, fulsome, holistic way, despite the fact that we are not in the same physical space, but we are now treating with what all countries around the world are dealing with. We may not be as advanced in our technological build-out in terms of online schooling as some nations are, but we are get there, and I believe that with continued partnership and support and patience and understanding, we can get there. Monday was a rough day. There were issues upon issues. We started treating with them. By Tuesday, the things started to come together. And moving on to today, it wasn't so bad. Some of the students are still unaccounted for in terms of they have not turned off for classes as yet. Not sure if it is device challenges, internet challenges, lack of registration. So it's a number of things. So hopefully next week more students will be able to attend classes and stuff. And you know the thing goes. So there were some hiccups along the way, and it was for quite a number of schools. I wasn't even able to follow up in the press how many schools were being affected. That is how it's either me at work, school work, or me asleep. I have not uploaded a video since week apart from the Beanie Man interview. That is just not my style. You know that I try to upload a video once per day. So it's just one of them things. The good thing is that the channel would have grown so much that it can survive without an upload or two for a couple of days. We give thanks. I want to make them something possible. You understand? And with the year peeps, rough sea, but there shall be a calm somewhere along the journey. And I mean, good night. Enough of me talking on my face. So I could get into some things. Because night are coming up. I wanted to start the stream from 7:30. But them time them asleep. You understand what I say? Then right now be there for bed yet. But we could get moving. We know now, and it has been well documented that part of the reason for the flare up in COVID-19 cases in recent months has been attributed to the relax in restrictions over the Emancipendence weekend, and many persons took the opportunity to party and frolic and all sort of something. Some river have more people than water, some beach have more people than sun, some club have people pay sand on the wall, all sorts of something. So we see now where the government has apparently learned from their misjudgment and misstep and has announced tighter curfew hours for the Heroes Day weekend, which will be coming up next weekend. Tighter curfew hours for Heroes Day weekend. The island-wide curfew hours of 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. daily is to be adjusted for the National Heroes Day weekend in an attempt to limit the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic across the island. So for the holiday period, the curfew is to begin at 3 p.m. on Sunday, October 18, and will remain in force until 8 a.m. on Tuesday, October 20. Thereafter, the national curfew hours is to be extended to run from 9 p.m. until 5 a.m. daily. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement on Tuesday as he addressed the House of Representatives on the government's continued response to the COVID-19 pandemic, which has infected over 7,000 Jamaicans, killing over 120 as of Tuesday. So, he said that the common consensus is that the surge in Jamaica's COVID-19 cases began during the first week of August, when the country observed the Emancipendence holidays. Unlike during the Easter and Labor Day holidays when restrictive curfew hours were implemented, that did not happen for the Emancipation Day and Independence Day holidays, which were observed on the 1st and 6th of August, respectively. So the Prime Minister said both business operators, especially those in the restaurant sector, who have taken a massive hit, and individuals are expected to welcome the additional hours to do business on the 20th of October. However, he urged Jamaicans to continue to observe the health protocols that have been put in place to limit the spread of the virus, as what happens going forward will determine whether tighter restrictions will be necessary during the Christmas period. Meanwhile, gatherings will continue to be limited to a maximum of 15 persons until the 31st of October, so too the restrictions around funerals and burials. Also, operators of public passenger vehicles are required to continue to carry one passenger less than their road licenses allow, and masks should be worn by all persons in public spaces. Persons 65 and older who are among the most vulnerable contracting COVID-19 are required to stay at home except to carry out certain activities like shopping and supervising their businesses. Companies are again encouraged to allow their employees who can work from home to continue to do so. Good night to the moderators. Good night to the people that we are checking in. Good night to the people that we are showing to in the comment section. You know, we big up some people as we go along. But let's try to get rid of some topic because a million different things we have tonight. And we're going to drop asleep. So make us see it come. Yeah, so let me say. So Tighter restrictions. The Prime Minister needs to give all youths computers and the internet for free. What happened to the Chinese money? I don't agree with that, Mr. Wizard. Parents responsible for them children. That's my opinion. The government can do so much and know much more. Yes, they could do more, but I don't know. Getting up and say the Prime Minister should give every youth computer and internet. I don't agree with that. That's my personal opinion. Whatever happened to parental responsibilities? That is just my view upon the matter still. We can agree if we disagree upon that one day. You understand? Yeah, man. Give thanks. Shall we there now? Yeah, so some people been saying now, peeps, them not really afraid of COVID no more. For example, people who are among the elderly. Teacher wrote to 200,000 subs looking good. We give thanks, you know, Father Thompson. You know what thing, you know. Teach looks moisturized though, even though I'm not sure yet. Boy, you know what, that's something they done too. I look at olive oil, me did rub on the look where they are, sir. You understand? Yeah. So, you know, taxpayers' money. So, how much things taxpayers' money can do, family? How much things taxpayers' money are going to do? A country now make no money. Public sector workers have to get paid. Teachers, lawyers, doctors, all sorts of people, police officers, soldiers. Seeing how much computer so we can buy. And parents need to take care of them pitney. That's what me think. And as me say, that's just my view upon the matter. You understand? The government can do more, yes, but parental responsibility is a thing. When did that disappear? I don't know. You see me? Getting up and say giving every child computer. You know how much we are computer, family? I want to be realistic, man. Think government got that's a part of the problem as a people. You understand? We love handout too much. Big man thing. We not go around the thing. You understand? We need to go look it for ourselves sometime to man. You see me there, not afraid of COVID. Jamaicans no longer rushing to make wills. So people kind of realize the COVID thing is not really a death sentence anymore, even though the elderly population is more vulnerable. Back in April when Jamaica had fewer COVID-19 cases, fewer deaths and no community spread, David Clark, an attorney at law, was imploring Jamaicans to get their wills in order. Write your will today was the message that he was pushing. Clark even placed an advertisement in the print media. Many persons terrified at what the virus could bring took his advice. However, today that rush has died down. It has gone back to normal. Nobody not flooding in or anything like that. So liar man, so like him, the frowns look a bit like, you know. I guess that by now people are taking another outlook on COVID-19 as they are not so scared as they were before. That is the feeling I get, he said. So in April, COVID-19 claimed more than 87,000 lives across the world, 4 of them occurring in Jamaica, while recently more than 1 million persons have died from the virus and over 120 being from Jamaica. So COVID was scarier before, but not now. People are dying, you know, but the scare is not there like before. People don't seem as scared as before. And even me, myself, have different view of it now. I have a different view of it now. He said, now Dr. Alverston Bailey, who recently projected that as many as 17,000 Jamaicans could die from COVID-19, is taken aback by the lack of concern. The primary challenge I have as a public health specialist is the level of ignorance that exists as far as COVID-19 is concerned. So a lot of persons aren't taking it seriously. Younger persons are taking it seriously because they have fewer complications, but they are taking it home to their parents. He said, this stems from the message that is being promulgated by various influencers and community leaders, and sometimes even doctors. This stems from the fact that they are using data that most patients really don't understand. Peter, give thanks to the brother. So some people not so scared no more. Some people are saying, you understand that thing are not as bad as they had made it out to be. And thing. So, yeah. So no man not really right now only for will against silly man. Them a look for life. You understand? Not what to give them wife. Zane. Yes, but people have to be financially able to do that, teacher. Yeah, me agree with that in a wizard. Me agree with that. But conversely, we can't just get up and say the government will buy everybody computer. We just can't agree with that. As a taxpayer and Jamaican citizen, me can't agree with that. As a parent, me can't agree with that. You understand what I say? So, there should be some partnership. Zane, parents who can afford it should afford it. And parents who have difficulties, then the government can meet them halfway or somewhere along the way. You understand what I say? Government don't pay teachers to teach children already. Government don't pay light bill in some institution. Government don't give parents who are not able to afford it benefits and path. Zine? So at the end of the day, the government, while more things can be done, them do things in all fairness to them. You understand what I say? So there has to be some form of partnership. We cannot continue as a society living our lives solely dependent on the government for our survival. That is not the right message to send to our children. Back in the days, parents used to sacrifice and suck salt through on a spoon for them children get things. You understand? So, want to the wooden spoon them again. Everybody mash them up and burn them in a fire. Come on, man. We have to be a little bit more resilient as a people. You understand? We have to try to meet the government somewhere along the line. And you know, so we not defend the government or pick up the government. But fear is fear, man. Zane, one of the most annoying things I hear, because I've been in many meetings and parents will come and tell us straight up, so them not have no device, so them not know how them pick me go have class. You know from March say things that way. You must from March could then put something in place to try improve the situation. The same thing you tell me March and the same thing you tell me October. School for start September and they push back to October and the same story we I get. I don't love them story there. You understand what I say? I know a whole heap of parents out there are struggling, but me I say, man, the people them who can do a thing. Zane, approach a thing in a way where there's some partnership. We can't sit down and wait for the government for everything. I just that me I say personally. And as me I say, people will disagree with me and thing, but I just my view that upon the matter. We come here so we share our views to and listen to phone views. Me can respect your view, but me not agree with all of them. That one that me can't agree with. You understand? People are being laid off. You understand? Thank God for the government workers them who are still able to earn a salary. Because the country now make a whole heap of money. That's a part of the government problem because the economy, Zane, the economy should not be so dependent on tourism and remittances. And there's so many plots of land wasted when agriculture couldn't drive the economy. You understand? When we couldn't sell some people some food now. Zane, when we couldn't some agro-processing and convert some ground provision to some other things and sell to some people. Zane? And thing. So, that is part of the governmental responsibility. I agree with that because we should not be so constrained now by the economic ills of this world. Yes, tourism is important. Yes, remittances are important, but then when people overseas have to stay home and them something and lose for them job too, no money can come. So we need to diversify our economy in such a way where we can survive these shocks, whether internal or external shocks. We would have suffered immensely during 9/11 when air travel grounded to a halt. We never learned much from that. That was an external shock which shook us to our core. Here we are now with a global pandemic and we are still shaking. We have not learned. We have not taken the lessons from 9/11 forward. Because at this point in time, the most dominant economic activity in this country should have been agriculture. We still import 1,000,000 times more to eat than what we grow here. That can't make no sense in them day and age here. You understand what I say? These are the things that we have issue with. Not government for buy computer give everybody pitney. I don't agree with that. You understand? So I just saw a thing go. Zane, I know the challenges, you know. I know the challenges. I mean, I was having class today with one of my grade 11 groups. I have 2 grade 11 groups. Zane, import cheaper. Yeah, but at the end of the day, in a family, you have to go prioritize and decide what is best for your country, you know. So import is cheaper, yes. But then what you going to do? Sit down and say because import cheaper, we not go fix nothing, we not go improve nothing. Then a part of that, I mean, understand that you're inquisitive, and that's a very good point. Zine, but we have to draw the line somewhere. The line have to draw somewhere, you know. Yes, sir, my point. But somewhere down the road that will cost you. So cheap up front might cost you somewhere down the line, you know. And as I said, I know the thing rough. I was having class with one of my grade 11s today. And one of the students I said, sir, you know, we don't know the SBA thing I go because right now, the reality is that the tablets can only do so much. It's not like it's an iPad. Some of these tablets are so limited. And they're saying that, sir, we don't know how we are going to manage to do the SBA now because we don't have no computer. But from way back out, so me I pre the thing from a long time. And me did done have a local plan where me say, two of my good youths, me I going to make them benefit from a thing. Zine, the personal computer that I was using before is a Surface Pro. I remember for 4 or one of them. You understand? It has 1 or 2 issues and thing, but we say we did a clean up that and give a youth to deserve it. Plus, we did purchase our next local device the other day for do the online thing. And then the missus now for her computer not too hot like that. So we end up having to give her that and purchase our next computer. Zine. So now I have 2 computers at my disposal. And I just have to give it to 2 youths because we know the struggles. You understand? So over the weekend I clean them up and make sure drop them off at work so them can go pick them up. Because at the end of the day too, we still have to help with the thing. See, the government alone can't do it, man. We have to help too. We have to try to help ourselves. That is just the thing. We saw this for a few months before school was closed in July. We know so the possibility was there. See, some of these parents, you know how much ear and nails them buy and eyelash them put on since them time there. You see me the pan? How many shoes and outfit them buy since them time there? Figure where I don't know. Some of them same parents there. Me hear a parent, one voice note I go around with a parent I say, yo, right now the youth them can't get the phone for keep class for go to class because she have to keep for her phone for when she win a lotto and them call her, you know. And that's the thing there. You see me the point? And that's the thing there, you know. Some parents I say a one phone them have and them now left them phone give them youth. Parents have to make some sacrifices. That is what it come down to. See? Me not rich, you know, not even close, you know, because I whole heap of things as a youth I mean I achieve it, you know. But me I work on it and we thank God so we in a position where we can acquire a few things here and there and help out a situation. You see me the pan? So, me never sit down and wait for nobody. Me go look it for myself. You see me? The government would have provided thousands of tablets recently for students on path. Over 40,000 tablets. There's also now an initiative on the foot where they are trying as best as possible a one device per child policy. That cannot be cheap. You understand? The government now make no whole heap of money. We have to be fair to the thing. See, it's going to take time. So we as parents, we as guardians, we have to find a way to try to balance the thing so the youth them can get access to the thing, man. See, and stop sitting down and say we are depend on government. So you try. You understand what I say? Them youths there now, where we are talk to today. See, me I say, look here, me appreciate the fact that even though the things that are way, some of the students weren't even at for them own yard. It's smarty to see how them gone can get local internet. Them the youth, they are the youths them when you try help because you see them have the interest. Them not sit down and say, sir, you know, say, no internet there in my yard, so me can't come to class. Them left them in yard to find where the internet there. See, I remember me don't tell you say, from back in the summer, me have it in my head, say, two of my good youths, me know them are going to have challenges. So me I make sure in the future when we change the system, them computer they can be given to them youths there. You understand what I say? I just saw a thing go. There are many other teachers out there who would do that. That may I tell them, son, if you learn to respect teachers, you know the things that we do around here, see, you know. You understand? But that's the next story for you next time. So I could move on. It has to be a partnership. Zane? Even the great Uncle Sam, I don't hear the government giving every child a computer a thing. The UK the same. Canada the same. I am sure there is governmental participation and assistance being afforded. But to say, no brother, no sister, parents need to take up the slack and try sort out them youth. It would be good to sponsor 6 tablets to the student. But brother, I'm not tell us I give you 2 computers already. What more you want me to give, sir? Yo, but I could see a thing go still. Normally when this discussion come up, people normally reach out and say teach. I remember back in when school was closed earlier, people on the channel reach out after we had some discussion about the same situation. Students were struggling with internet and they needed data. People on the channel link up and say, teach, I want to put on data upon X amount of youth's phone for X amount of time. And we say, alright, I link the youths them and say X, expect this person to message you or expect XYZ. We send on the link on the people them who request. And the thing flow. You understand? So I know people out there who are going to hear this and I say, yo, all them can help. You know what thing go. So we have to try to do that too and meet the government part of the way, sir. So the thing set up. Alright, so I'm going to move on now. Jara said, all the kids at my daughter's school get computer. Jamaica that, brother? America? And if so, is the situation in America where it's a household thing where every child is getting a computer courtesy of the government? Good status and the rest of the people in the building, big up themselves. Queen Kalanji, manners and respect, you know. Mike Jones, Dante, Warrior Star. Alright, people. So in the commas stirred some water again. And some scent kind of rise up, you know, when you have settled water and you disturb it sometime. In a Jamaica, quote unquote, colloquial language, we say it stink. Yeah? So the latest Indicom report is suggesting that over 25%, there's an over 25% rise in killings by the security forces. Jaro, big up yourself, you know. You come like you're rich because you never have to buy a computer. Give thanks. We appreciate the contribution. You hear, sir? Yeah, man. Blessings every time. And them something there. I want to help a child with a laptop teach. So, soldier, you have my number, man. Just give me a one link, man. You see me? And thing. And I see what can go on this or this. Because not for the youth, them have potential, you know, and very promising. But the things that are weird. So what we can do today will benefit us tomorrow. One less youth that I go try to kick down the door, one less youth we probably have to go shoot. You understand what I say? Our police have to go take out. So I just saw a thing go. Yeah, man. Russian, big up yourself. Give thanks in a jar. I appreciate the contribution. You hear, sir? Watch out now. So the Independent Commission of Susan Bogle death probe is also inconclusive. That's a next point in all of this. So the Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, is sounding the alarm over an increase in the number of civilians killed by members of the security forces between January and September this year when compared to the corresponding period in 2019. In its latest quarterly report, Indicom said 84 Jamaicans were killed by members of the security forces up to the end of September, a 25% increase over the same period of 2019, when 67 were killed. Now, for all of 2019, the police and military shot and killed 86 civilians, reportedly during confrontations. But then if a confrontation, I think there is a next thing, but we soon talk about that. So, Indicom Assistant Commissioner Amish Campbell said that the data shows that in the last 2 months, there has been a noticeable spike in the number of fatal shootings involving the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defence Force. We have observed a greater police and JDF engagement, encountering armed criminals brazenly committing armed robberies and persons being shot in front of them and gunmen being intercepted, he said. But that sounds like a positive to me still. Lawful, big up yourself, you know. You know, so if you link you from the other day and say, yo, oh, me not hear from you. Peeps, the Royal General situation is still kind of delicate and sensitive. we spoke a little. I still never get to even talk to him. I know he sent a voice note to me even listen yet. But unfortunately, he lost his wife. The circumstances surrounding that I am not able to share as yet. But he lost his wife. He's probably listening somewhere, but you know, he has been having a rough time of it. See? If you link Lawful and I say, broski, alright, cause a good while now I'm not saying, still listening. Keep up the good work, teach. I need a tutor for my sons. The 16-hour shift don't allow me to help them when I get home. 29 days till the party. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, soon birthday time. Give thanks to the brother. Yeah, man. The man said 29 days to party and appreciation day. Yes, bro. You know, November 8th of the thing. Think that is a Sunday night. And them something there. Yeah, so, you know, the general thing rough. Like when I talk to him, the man they a soldier I road. I can tell you that. You understand? And even when him call in on the program, you know them and they a soldier. And when I talk to the general, it, you know what I mean? It shaped me on a little level still. But I've been so busy this week, like I really and truly never get back the time to get round back for all in a reason with him. So I'm going to try to do that, you know, tomorrow when I wake up on them things. You see me? Things set away. Yeah, man. So I could deal with that thing. So listen what Indicom say now. Because Indicom say, we have observed a greater police and JDF engagement encountering armed criminals brazenly committing armed robberies and persons being shot in front of them and gunmen being intercepted, he said. Campbell also expressed condolences to relatives and co-workers of members of the security forces who have lost their lives at the hands of gunmen. Very noble gesture. Turning to the case of Susan Bogle, a disabled woman reportedly shot dead in a police military operation at her home in Augustown, St. Andrew earlier this year. Campbell said that investigators have not been able to determine whether a member of the security forces or a gunman fired the fatal bullet. The injuries to Miss Bogle was indicative of being struck by a high-caliber, high-velocity weapon. But at this time, it is not appropriate to ascribe the injury to Bogle to the security forces. We can't say if they did or did not. What we do know is that the firearm casings said there were other weapons present. Campbell said during a press conference yesterday. So apparently there was a shootout indeed. The security forces attended that scene on hearing gunshots and responded to the location. The police and soldiers described a number of gunmen with handguns and long weapons in an area where they were confronted. It is not possible to determine whether Miss Bogle was shot prior to the arrival of the security forces, he added. Despite this, he pointed out that there was an alarming increase in soldiers' involvement in fatal shootings. Because now war a battlefield, you know, so then I won't normally go fight war, a soldier. You understand? When man just walk up in a place and turn them vehicle across with a black vehicle and open AK and M16 pan people. Then there's war zone, then you can't send police to fight them the war. The soldier fight war, you know, sir. But alright. Between 2017 and 2019, he reported that the JDF was engaged in confrontations that resulted in 12 civilians being killed. Zayn, the son of Jamaica, give thanks. This year alone, they have been involved in 12 fatal shootings, he said. That is the outcome of another arm of the security forces patrolling the streets. Indicom Commissioner Hugh Faulkner placed the issue on how the security forces interface with mentally ill persons on the table. Now, this part is frightening. You understand? Up to September, 15 mentally ill persons were reportedly killed or injured by members of the security forces. This is a rough little thing. I'm going to say a little thing about this. 6 of them were shot and eventually died. He said that the figure accounted for 7% of fatalities up to October. You see, there have been instances where the police have been called, where persons deemed to be mentally challenged have been seen attacking members of the public. And when the police show up, these men attack the police as well. We have seen cases where man chop police in a them face a mandeville or a spalling. I don't remember which one of them. We have seen instances where men who are believed to be of unsound mind attack police and unfortunately they were shot. We not try to justify the thing, you know. But we are so when Indicom put out the information, it kind of a little bit disingenuous sometimes because that is not the full truth sometimes. Even when Indy come and say 80 civilians have been killed by the police. Many of those civilians have been wanted men, known criminals, people responsible for multiple murders. So Indy come now put that in the report. So we have to be careful to how we analyze these information. Because yes, it would be good to live in a country where there is not so many fatal confrontation between security forces and civilians. But when I say civilians, it sounds very nice. You understand? However, many of these civilians are men. Somewhere along the thing, I'm inquisitive. I spoke about it at length on Friday night before he was banned for 6 games. So I think there's an article somewhere in the script somewhere. Zine? So we have to put into context the realities of policing, the realities of crime fighting in Jamaica. And remember, say, you have man where open fire upon security forces too. You see? So we have to bear that in mind. Blessings done, Vito. It's a noble gesture that brother. Give thanks. Zane, as Quen Kalanji said, the youth they mean for Lego badness. You understand? We know so there may be some instances where the police would have acted extrajudicially. You understand? And there may have been police excesses, but quite a number of the men who me hear say police and soldier killer men where I walk up and down with them 16 a terrorized community, I collect extortion as you drive up on the road, them a collect toll and all sort of manner of evil, you know. So in the come thing, teach is a disaster time. Everything happening and rapid. Boy, Miss Johnson, tell me about it. You see me? So big up to the people that like his stream already. Big up to the people that dislike his stream said speed. We love you all on. You know what I mean? Stream quality updated. The quality has been automatically lowered because the internet connection is giving problem. People if a stream crash, don't go nowhere. Normally when I see that something happen somewhere in the chain. You understand? Alright. Look at what happened in Maxfield, where a police officer was shot by Bunways, a known murderer, and the people them hide Bunways gun and say gun off a lock. You understand? So I don't know. I don't know Rasta. We can talk about Preke boy. We can talk about many people. Cruz from last year. We can talk about Nico Bowser from last year. We can talk about so many of these. Like, then man I shoot after the police, then I don't know that the police them not going to shoot back. You see me? My condolences, the Royal General. I'm a dopes that. All with my family. Yeah, man, him probably a sight up a thing from somewhere still. I'm not sure. I really and truly peace. So I'm telling you that this week has been rough. See, in the come I do more harm than good. That statement there can be debated both ways. As I've always said that Indy come of its place because the police them need an independent oversight body, the security forces, because we know that you have some criminal police officers. You understand? So Indy come of its purpose and its place. I have a few issues with the whole Indicom and how they operate, but me can't understand why you need an Indicom in the Jamaican policing space. But I don't know still. I don't know. Is that one that kind of tough? But me understand the chain of thought. Me understand what you're getting at, Zane. But I don't know, Rasta. I don't know, yeah. It's an interesting point where you can't go around still. Many police officers have said that them not too in a certain things again because the moment you pull your gun, you have to answer to Indicom. You see me? I say, so I don't know, Rasta. You see me? I don't know. But them have them place in the things still, family. In a real life. Well, me things are still. You see? Because you have some police out there who are mercenaries. See? And them can't just be allowed to operate willy-nilly. You understand? You have to have somebody for rein them in. So the police have to have an oversight body. Then me agree with that. It's just how the oversight body go about operating and how they treat with certain things. You see? So, I suppose, I don't know, we have to just find a balance in how the police force and Indicom coexist. Indicom have to understand the realities in which crime is fought in Jamaica. The police force have to understand that in the pursuit for justice, you cannot become unjust. Zine, there are going to be instances where there will be, unfortunately, collateral damage. That is part and parcel of policing. We hope that it doesn't happen very often or any at all, but that is part and parcel of the thing. There just have to be some coexistence between the police forces and Indicom. As me say, Indicom have to understand, say, if a man a open fire upon the security forces, and a man a terrorize community, then the police have to act. But then the police have to understand that it is not always draconian measures that get result. But the police, if you put them in a position where they have to defend themselves, You understand? A man not supposed to have point no gun pan the police and soldier and things him to get away with it. Me can't agree with that. A man not supposed to terrorize communities where hard-working, law-abiding Jamaican citizens live and nothing give no account. You see me I say? So there have to be some balance in the thing. You see? That is what we need. So Indicom should not see the police force as its enemy, and the police force should not see Indicom as its enemy. What Indicom and the JCF need to do is to sit down, to have a real discussion, to put their own views and analysis on the table and see how best they can coexist in this space as we try to make Jamaica a safer place. You understand what I say? That's how I think they still. That is true. But when a police have to think about bias investigation and his pension, the murderer them a get what. That's a true still, you know. Cosa Nostra. That is true. Because as I said, I have known police officers who have said that certain things them not really do again because them can't bother with the Indicom thing. You understand what I say? Police are not judge and jury. I agree with that. Goat status. Except when the police them a patrol area, man open fire upon them and them something, then that can't work out. Zane? But if the police is able to apprehend persons without incidents and without violence, then that should be the first course of action. But teacher, I heard that the government do not pay the police bill, even in the line of duty. What you mean? You mean legal bill, legal fee? I'm not sure, you know. But teacher and police officers is like an endangered species, you know. In fact, just the other day, some police officers from CTAC were under attack from terrorists. I think one lost his dad. Yeah, man, I remember when there was some coordinated attacks against the security forces and thing. It rough in her, but we still have to try to strike a little balance. You understand? It rough. Me know it rough. Me agree it rough. I agree that probably the most difficult job in Jamaica is policing Jamaica. Zine and thing. Then teaching come next. Zine, but there's no clear-cut answer to these things. There's no clear-cut way forward to these things. There will be a situation where the police force will have to use all the force at their disposal to treat with a situation. And there will be instances where a little less force would have also done the trick. So I suppose it is about quick assessment and decision making. But when a man shoot at the police or a soldier, anything they get them for take. This is just that. You understand me? I said not 2 years doing that. Good night, Miss Burrell. How are you? Do I say teach gunman out there cut off people head? Police must take in them man there. No, if you catch him and if you hold him and cut off no head at the time still, then you don't have no reason for not take him in. If you catch him and cut off somebody head or him try cut off your head, then you know what I mean. I just saw a thing go. And thing. Teach my days, police was respected. The respect gone with the win. As is many things in Jamaica, unfortunately, and I impress. You understand? Policing is a rough job in Jamaica. Junior Smith, big up yourself, family. Give thanks. Zine. So, as me I said, we reach here, so because somebody said that Indicom do more harm than good, I mean, there is arguments for that and there's arguments against that. I am of the view that we need income, Zane. I am also of the view that the security forces have to be able to operate under certain situations with extreme force, and when them a go for some man is a god them a go for some man, because that does so a thing go. So we have to just find a balance where Indicom can coexist with the police force and they don't see each other as enemies. Zane, Indicom should understand the realities of some of these situations. Zane, and the police should also exercise due care in enforcing and upholding the laws of the country. You see me? Now, peace. One next sad situation. This one don't really involve Indicom or the police, but I believe that if a man is clearly a murderer, then he should be cut down. Example, Preke Boy and Duppy Film. Me nah no issue with them man who are known murderers, brother. You understand me? I say, and nah go in like that and shoot them, I go shoot out. But then we have had instances where men who have been deemed cold-blooded murderers have been taken in by the police, you know. You understand me? I say, Richie Pope, Joel and them, all heap of them and them, Dog Paw, these men who have been accused of murder. So, I mean, there is always an exception to a situation, you know. While many of the men them decide so them are going to shoot it out and them lose out at the end of the day. You see me I say? So I just saw a thing set up still. What me I say, if you catch a man who is wanted by the police and he must sleep, he must have no threat to you if he must sleep, you know. So you detain him. But if you go there and him jump up and start fire, then you burn him skin. Is that me I say? Me I say, if you don't have to shoot, if you don't have to fire your weapon as a security force member, then you don't have to fire your weapon. Yes, we can't have man shooting at police. And we can't have police being judged. Very fair, DeAndre. That's a very fair point. You understand? Balance to the thing. You see me I say, yeah man, give thanks. So peeps now, the unfortunate situation that surrounded first time Jodian Fearon is still raw and fresh in many people's minds. There has been some developments. Some people are cuss when them hear burning skin sound better. You see me? No death certificate in 5 months after Jodian Fearon passed away. Wow. Frustration has set in among the relatives of Jodian Fearon, who have been waiting more than 5 months to receive her death certificate. Fearon, who developed complications after being denied access to health care at several hospitals across the corporate area, died on the 24th of April. That was a sad time. Teach at times the police no say them lawyers I get them off the case, so police just take them out. Well, that's the next thing too, because some of them money I can find afford the highest paying lawyers, you know. I saw DPP's legal opinion in the Gleaner yesterday. Very interesting opinion. You know, Scotty sent me the article there, but me not read it yet, but me gonna read it here now. Alright, so watch you now. I'm going to deal with that one here first, because I probably come out. I'm going to read the article here in a piece. I just know them are going interested and I just script them. See? Alright. After waiting more than 3 months to obtain the woman's autopsy report, family members told the Jamaica Observer that they have again been left in the dark about the crucial document. The last we heard through the media was that the police had submitted the file to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for a ruling. Fearon's aunt, Denise Adams, said. She was later joined by Fearon's mother, Portia Horton, who told the Observer that since her daughter's death, she has returned to the island 3 times and has been unable to put things in place for Fearon's daughter, Peyton Grace, because she is yet to obtain the document. Days after Fearon's death, which triggered national outrage, Prime Minister Andrew Holness told journalists during a virtual press conference that the police had launched a formal investigation. So in July, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey told the media that the file had been submitted to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, following the probe by a high-level team of investigators. to determine if anyone is to be charged with criminal negligence in the death of the 23-year-old. Last Friday, Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn told the Observer that very senior counsel who has been handling the case was practically finished, and was supposed to have sent it back out to the police from last week. She said that the case was discussed and that she would verify what took place after that discussion. I went to the coroner's court and they told me that they had a copy of the file that the DPP has, but that they needed the original file to review and that they have to write back to the police because it seems as if some things were missing from the copy of the file they have. So the death certificate that Portia is seeking, they are unable to produce unless we get a form from D. Because, well, I suppose, I'm not sure if it's an error. Because it is a coroner's matter. So that is where we are at. She added, so the delay is really affecting things that needs to be done as it relates to the baby, as well as the stuff that she was doing for Jody. She needs to show that she is deceased. It is just really ridiculous because the last update was that the DPP has the file from July. We have heard nothing from the DPP. It is so frustrating. But with all due respect, Jodian family, I am supposing that hundreds of files would have been at the office of the DPP before this one still. It might sound away, but it's just the reality still. You understand? I suppose many other families are out there waiting for rulings from the DPP too. It sounds harsh, but it's just the reality of the situation here, man. It sounds away for me say that too. God know me feel away I say it, but it's just the truth. You understand? Alright. Fearon, a first-time mom, died after a journey that saw her traveling across the corporate area and being denied access to health care. She was initially suspected to have COVID-19 but subsequently tested negative for the infectious disease. According to her sister, Shanice Lloyd, who spoke to the Observer then, Fearon arrived at the privately run Andrews Memorial Hospital on April 23rd and was being prepared for a delivery. However, she was transferred the following morning to Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine after request for transfers to the University Hospital of the West Indies and Victoria Jubilee Hospital reportedly fell through. It is alleged that the staff at the Andrews Hospital refused to treat her. The hospital has since denied this. Now, following the delivery of her baby at Spanish Town Hospital, Fearon was transferred to the University Hospital after reportedly developing complications. She died later that day. Let me find the article now in relation to the DPP, because the DPP has made a ruling, you know. Me see the comments them where people are say cover up and thing. I don't know. You see me? Because I read the things them. What that there? I saw me did send it to myself. Let's see. I can't find it. I don't know which phone she sent it to. Let me check your next phone. Oh, yeah, see it here? I think I did transfer it to that phone there. Alright, so I'm going to read a look thing here. A situation here, boy, I said a weird rasta. You see it? Hold on, there's a phone that's slow like peak hour traffic, you know, so I have to hold on, like. You see it? You know, I suppose that as long as the ruling by the DPP was not in favor of Jodian, Fearon, people would have said that it would be a cover-up. I suppose there was no getting away from that in reality. I am not saying there is none and I am not saying there is. You see it? No basis for criminal charges in Jodian Fearon's death, says the DPP. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution has ruled that there is no basis in law for criminal charges to be laid in the investigation of the death of Jodian Fearon, the young mother who died after being denied access to health care at several hospitals in April. So now, in a document outlining the reasons for the ruling, I have not seen the document as yet, so I'll try to get that. I'm sure Finara will find this and he can give me. The DPP Well, the office of the DPP said in part, there was no material to establish the negligence or incompetence of any doctor or any other person. The office of the DPP further ruled that no useful purpose would be served in remitting the matter to the learned coroner, as a coroner's jury properly directed in law would inevitably reach the same conclusion as outlined in the ruling. It is clear from the material on file that the unease occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic and the uncertainty surrounding Ms. Fearon's status may have contributed to what appears to be an uncoordinated, indecisive efforts and tardy response by the health institutions and medical personnel in Jamaica's public health sector, or from her personal physician, the report explained. This state of affairs would have exacerbated and blurred the circumstances surrounding Ms. Fearon's untimely demise. It continued. The report concluded that issues surrounding possible breaches of duty of care to Fearon in her interface with either her private physician or public health institutions would be best answered by a court of law exercising its civil jurisdiction and would therefore be outside the purview of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. So that we have no other recurrence of this very unfortunate and sad episode, we feel sure that the public interest would benefit, as has been signaled in the public domain from health authorities, from a review of protocols at the Ministry of Health, administrators governing the transfer of patients from private physicians to public health entities, or the transfer of patients from public health institution to other public health institution, whether are in normal times or in embrace of a pandemic. The report added, the DPP has been known for doing some shady business in favor of the government on occasions. Teacher Paula office should be known as Poor People's Prosecution. Persons use emotions to make judgments, or personal emotions isn't law. We all know the outcome already. Miss Fearon and Miss Flemings before it even began. Okay, Empress Cookie, get home safely, teach. Okay, so are the same comments then. Miss Fearon responsible for her own death. I hope her child grow up to have the brightest future. I hope so too, Empress Kobe. And thing. I understand that there's going to be vitriol in relation to the office of the DPP's ruling. I can appreciate that. Civil jurisdiction, in other words, Jodian estate can sue. Yeah, that is what the thing is saying, Finar. I got that as well, where an indication was that if the family feels so aggrieved, they should press for the court to decide. What you expect, teach? She was given a nod by the now administration. Brother, that now nothing to do with the situation. You understand? In other words, Jodian's estate can sue all the doctors and other medical professionals as well as the hospitals involved. They can recover damages for her death. Yeah, man. That is what the report is saying. The DPP is self-serving. You know, me now get involved in a DPP discussion because the reality is that I know that people would have made up their minds already about the situation. I know that people have, you know, their own perceived judgments and notions about the office of the DPP. And by extension, the Director of Public Prosecution, Ms. Paula Llewellyn. So me saying any other thing here, so don't even make no difference. You understand? And thing. Yeah. So as I'm saying, the opportunity is there for the family to press forward in getting justice. But based on the discussion between lawyers or prosecutors at the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, they're saying that there's no basis in law for charges to be laid or a recommendation to be made to charge anybody involved. But the family can look at Jodian personal physician and also the health personnel's at the various hospitals involved and the transfer of patients and stuff. That one was always going to be a very divisive one if the outcome wasn't in favor of, because wasn't in favor of Miss Fearon's family. I understand that, I can respect that, but at the end of the day still, I am no legal luminary. Zane. Blessings, Luna Morrison. I have no legal training. I learn as I go along, and I kind of, ask persons in the legal field their opinions on certain things sometime, and based on their, guidance, I am able to draw certain conclusions. Zane. Me see the comment from long time in Acosta. You never have to put it back still, but me did see it. Situation when the truth are blind them. I suppose that is one way if you look on it. Maxwell said him don't like the DPP. Okay, you see me. Jaja. I will watch and see what Miss Fearon's family decide to do in their pursuit for justice. I suppose this is not over. The DPP's decision don't mean that the family cannot seek legal recourse. They are saying just from the government's perspective in terms of the office of the DPP, there's no basis in law for charges to be laid based on the evidentiary material or lack thereof that exists. They would have pointed out that there should be some reassessment of the protocols governing certain things. There should be modification to certain protocols in terms of transfer of patients, but they don't see where charges should be laid. And as I said, I know from day one that if this was the decision, the comments would have been X and Y, and like that don't surprise me none at all. You understand? But we'll see. The hospital she was booked at might be looking at a case. 100%. You understand? 100%. You see me? It is always a possibility that when we discuss these things, we discuss them based on our emotions at the time, based on our emotions as it relates to a particular thing or a particular person, right? I can tell you how you feel guide your emotions or how you feel reason with things, Zane, but we just come here, come discuss some things. Yes, teacher, most of the protocols and laws do not reflect 21st century's reality. We have spoken about that a million times right here, so finna. And them things that kind of get me cross, brother, cause them going to parliament, go make nice and cuss them one every day and knock decks and something. And some of the laws, them antiquated and archaic family, medieval. Teach if enough evidence is not there, the DPP cannot press charges. You are look on it from that way. Some people now look on it from that way in the family. You understand? Many persons have the view that the DPP is a number of things, I suppose. You know what I think? Yeah. I have learned so much since I've been doing this YouTube thing, looking at the laws of the country and how the office of the DPP operates. I have often said that emotions and the court of public law doesn't determine nothing in the court of actual law, because sometimes it comes down to technicalities, sometimes it comes down to what you can prove versus what you can't prove, and the law is a fickle mistress, I suppose. You understand? It will work for some people sometime and work against some people at other times. Zane, the court of law thing is really and truly a very delicate thing. Yeah, so I suppose this is one more black eye for the DPP as it relates to some person's view of the DPP's office and the DPP herself. I, for one, have a lot of admiration for the DPP. I've never hidden that. Zane, I think she's a strong woman. I think she's a principled woman, Zane, and I don't know that the DPP has any malice to any one person or any group of persons. I just understand that the court of law and the court of public opinion are just two different things. the way this country run, only the rich get justice or walk free of criminal charges. Something are going on with Royal Reed. That's why we don't hear anything about the case. The case in front of the court, World Media Original. The case I go back in front of the court in January or February. So you go and hear something and the case break and the man them out. Me not understand that. You understand? I have known many regular people who walk off charges in this country. Many ordinary Joes who have been acquitted many a times. So me not understand this emotive speaking about the justice system and the DPP. Sometimes we just need to relax and call the spade a spade. G. Eleanor Nell said she's not strong enough in my opinion. Fair enough. I mean, it's all a matter of opinion. You see me? And thing. So me don't know. Just look for him to walk. You see, but you see that again not a part of the issue to still, you know. You understand? We were saying that he was never going to be arrested or charged, but he was arrested and charged. You see me? So who knows? You understand? I have been saying that I hope that this is a watershed moment and thing, and I don't know still. And I don't know. You see, what I don't understand, and this is my thing. I'm going to say something now and people are going to vex again. People have the view that only some people forgot prison in Jamaica. See, people have the view that some man should be given a blight because of who they are, while some people forgot prison. You understand? And we can speak about individual cases and instances, but I don't know. You see? I don't know. I have seen people making excuses for people because of who they are and what they feel about people, while saying other people forgot jail when they have been charged for the same things. Like, me not get that. Me see the comments, I look and me think about it, and they created a big uproar in current Spencer case, and still he walked. I don't know that it was the DPP's office that created the uproar. It was politicians who did that. You understand? The case fell through for whatever reasons. I mean, that is very unfortunate. You see me? So, I don't know. You see me? What I say, and people will never understand this still. People will never appreciate this. But the law don't work like, oh, you sit down and talk to your brethren them and say the law for working. And that's how the law work. Zine, and as I say, the law will benefit you today and don't benefit you tomorrow. You understand? You have many people who would have been acquitted of various charges where them do it. And people say them do it. But no man now go say them do it. So what the prosecutors them are going to do? You can't convict a man if you don't have the evidence to convict a man. You have cases in front of the court where the prosecutor have a star witness and the witness decide to get hostile late down in the case. What you going to do? You can't do nothing again. Enough. The case are falling apart because the witness is not complying no more. Zine? But we don't think about the things like that. Look at the Oceans gang case. They drop a lot of charges because of a lack of evidence. Enough people now go testify, brother. Some of them cases are witnesses disappear, witnesses get freed, witnesses get threatened, and them can't go. You can't convict a man without evidence. And I see cases where there are many pieces of evidence and people still say man innocent, you know. And then you have cases where people get freed because you don't have no evidence and we still a cuss. And we have cases where evidence is there and we are say no evidence no did it. I mean I understand. So what we really want as people in the country, we want some man forget to because of who them be and how we feel about them. You understand? And some man forget go to prison because of who them be and how we feel about them. I not get that still. The court of law and the court of public opinion is not the same thing. You understand? Some of the things that we think, oh, should go, if you really read the laws, then you realize that you were so far from the mark. At the end of the day, we keep blaming the DPP. Most of these cases that are not in favor of how we think they should go, a jury decide what happened and it's not the DPP, you know? The jury decide how it fi end. Your peers, me and you decide how it fi end. It's not the DPP. Many of the cases that fall through, the police them do some whack investigation and submit some substandard files, and then you know I said then the DPP should not bring it to court in the first place. But if the DPP don't bring it to court, you got to say true again. Then people that have money and the system shake up and all sort of something. Then me not understand. Me just can't understand the hate for the office of the DPP. You understand? When the DPP can only prosecute based on investigation done by police. The office of the DPP don't investigate nobody. It is not an investigative body. It is a prosecutorial body. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is the investigative body. The office of the DPP prosecute based on the files and evidence submitted by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. So there should be improvements in the investigative capability of the JCF, seeing, but at the end of the day, the and look, a lot of the times, you know, cases where we are beat down, and it's not Paula prosecute the case, you know. As some other prosecutors within the office of the DPP prosecute the case, you know. But because Paula the head, it drop right on for your shoulder. You understand? Heavy is the head that wear the crown, I suppose. And I have said this before. I think people have been very unfair to Paula. I think people have used a few cases to decide Paula's fate. And Paula would have prosecuted many high-profile cases in Jamaica where men have been convicted. She's working for the upper class and the government and not the state. Jaja. Okay, my friend. I just think she would have stepped down from the Kentucky kid case. Yeah, but remember, you know, Craig, as I said before, a man like me and you decide the fate of them cases many of the times, you know, because 95% of these cases are jury trials. And the jury decide if a man guilty or innocent, you know. It's not the prosecutor or the judge, you know. It's the jury. So when the prosecutor go in court and prosecute, it is the jury's decision, duty, job to peruse and analyze the evidence put forward and determine if the evidence is so much that a conviction should be in place or an acquittal. It's not the thing. And the DPP can only operate within the remit of the laws that are created by our politicians. The DPP don't make laws. The parliament make laws. The DPP cannot operate outside the remit of the laws of the country. But I know that some people are so far advanced in their hatred for Miss Llewellyn. Some people are so blinded by their emotions of other cases that they will never give her a fair chance. I am not one of those persons. I understand that within the court of law, there will be cases where you think should be open and closed and people walk away free. And cases where you think someone innocent and the court find them guilty. It's just so the thing go. And Lenny, right, she did that because in her humble opinion, based on evidence, she decided that, seeing I have issues with the Kentucky kid case, I would have done a revisit video of that and stated those concerns. Seeing, but at the end of the day, like, people just need to understand, say, I'm a kangaroo court. You see me? But then me going to move on, say, because me know say me talking about this not change nothing at all. Anyways, I just try be fair in the assessment of the situation and to all people involved. I think that me try to do most of the time still. Maybe you don't look so, but like I think we're very unfair to the DPP many times. Yeah, man, of course, I like the DPP. I think people are being unfair to the DPP many a times. I not hide that. You understand? You don't want the woman operate without outside of the law. The law them is there. And she met them. She don't investigate people. She don't build files and build cases. She prosecute. You understand? Lenny, me see two brother shoot one man at one gas station down a Mobile. And the lawyer got court go tell the court say the man them face not clear upon anything and the man them walk free. Then the jury decide that, it's not the prosecution decide that. So if when they want to admit the evidence here no, you can use the video evidence and nothing still not come out of a case. You see me? But as me say, this conversation will be perennial, and when there is a next DPP, the same conversation we are going to have. You understand? It's just so the thing go. You see me? So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know Rasta. I am just trying to tell people that none of we out here are not trained lawyer. We're not prosecutor. Many of us don't even know the laws them. You understand? So, in your layman's assessment of the thing more time, the thing far removed from that. That is why people who you think say should be sent to prison walk free, and people who you think say should walk free go to prison, because the law is not public court. That is it, you know. But alright. Big up on yourself. Two St. James men charged over gun seizure. Two men are scheduled to appear before the gun court on the 16th of October to answer charges of illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following a seizure that occurred on Thursday. So charged are 23-year-old Shavoy Shaw at Tyler and 35-year-old Damarky Campbell, otherwise called Marky, both of Farm Heights in Montego Bay, St. James. So the police report at about 8:25 p.m. a team was conducting operations on Crawford Street in the parish when they signaled the driver of a Toyota Mark X motor car to stop. He complied. The police say the vehicle and the occupants were searched, resulting in the seizure of a 9mm Beretta pistol with a magazine containing 7 9mm rounds. Sean Campbell were arrested and subsequently charged. One more gun off our street. I know some man will say, but that gun they soon go back in a car and soon sell it. Like, I don't do a star. I don't do it. You see? And thing, so like a major mackerel right there, so. So I go on here, so. Major Mackerel, so I told him in a star again and a real interview with even comment. We talk about Major Mackerel thing and talk about Beanie Man interview soon. Because some local things are going on with the Beanie Man interview. Yes, that. And thing. St. Catherine man charge following. Oh, hold on. Father Mackerel, I soon give you one link. See, I can't deal with that thing, you know. You know what I mean? Give thanks. St. Catherine man charged following seizure of M16 rifle. So the Central Village Police have arrested and charged a man with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following an incident that occurred in Windsor Heights, Central Village in St. Catherine. Charge is 27-year-old Warren. Don't tell me Warren's surname there, of Windsor Heights in Central Village in the parish. The police report at about 2:40 p.m. on Tuesday, a team was on patrol in the community when Warren was seen coming from bushes onto the roadway. When he was accosted, he reportedly dropped an object to the ground. It was retrieved and found to be an M16 rifle with a magazine loaded with 9 5.56 rounds. He was arrested, then charged later the same day. His court date is being finalized. A man walk out of a bush with him 6 pants. Boy. Jaja. Mackerel said, big up yourself, youth. Long life. I would have never look your daughter or look your wife. But I see your auntie and your cousin. Jaja. Aye, sir. I don't know I'm T. Williams, you know. Me can't play the voice note because it starts out with some expletives. You see me? But yeah, man. If just I say yo, it thing a turn again and him give thanks. Him never know say the thing so powerful and them something. And him say the main interview would even come out it. And I say people been asked to teach and need to do a next interview. So you feel like say you then sit down with Major Mackerel and talk about him amputation and don't do the full interview. Then you don't know teach them. Then it's I don't even know if you don't know me. You understand? Mackerel called me one night and said, your thing large. Big up yourself. You understand? Yeah, man. We wish you a long life. Would have never look upon your daughter or touch your wife. But you see your auntie and your cousin. I always be laugh forward. You understand? That message I say still, me making rich again. I saw a message, a long message, but I just a part of me. But we can't play it because I don't know much bad word it. Alright, peeps. Yes. Oh, so we are talking about Major a Beanie Man thing, you know. Before me get into some money for murder business. The interview there, I create some waves about some places. You understand? People have been discussing it. I saw where Zip took out an excerpt and posted it on their Instagram page where we were talking about the angel and the only fan. And I mean, I really love that neither. I tell you why I mean I love that. I soon tell you. And the only fans thing, and then some other people repost it and they're all over the place. I think that she would have responded to that post in an interview with the Star and them something there. I see Crystal cut out one piece and put on her Instagram page where Beanie Man a same relationship magnificent, you know, foot in her ear and then sitting there something. That was cool. Me nah no issue with that. People link me. I say if them can take out the piece about Daddy One. And I said no. And the reason why I said no, Zane, is because I don't want to create any tension or any controversy between anybody, Zane, and Beanie Man spoke about many different things, some positive things. But people are fixated, in my opinion, on things that are gossipy and sussy. I mean, I appreciate that. I don't pride my channel or build my channel around gossip or sus. And I kind of see where people are more interested in them things than the man real legacy. You understand what I say? Me not see nobody do no video say Beanie Man have how much #1 song. Me not see nobody do video say Beanie Man couldn't talk when him a boy and I sing him off a sing and I saw him start DJ. Me not see that. So I not appreciate when I just them part the people that take out an interview and want the story about. So I have to tell someone say, yeah, go on, just make a thing stay away there. Yeah, but me no want you sell no controversy from my thing. Zane say when a man go watch the video and hear Beanie Man talk about Daddy One or Angel, them hear where Beanie Man say. So me no want a man take it and go interpret it and turn it into what it not is. You understand? So one of the viewers, DS linked me yesterday morning, say he was driving and he heard the discussion on, I think Hits 92 FM with Jenny and Aura Reed speaking about the Beanie Man situation and him mentioning Hyde Hillel and all sort of something. So I think been a read some places. We give thanks. You understand what I say? It give thanks. But my channel is not a gossipy channel or a sussy channel. Zane, and there are so many positives in the interview, and me not see nobody, Oral Tracy and Jenny, I mean not see nobody I take out them piece there and I post them. I want me see Bounty Killer fan page cut out when me ask Beanie him favorite killer. Them things there, man. Me nah no issue with them things there. And on Instagram them a do a little clipping span. You know you can't upload my video on YouTube, then we got a problem about that. Or I can my video over Facebook, then we got a problem about that. You understand? But the IG, because the thing is that I am certain that the IG post by Zip, they never tagged me, but they having a part of the lower third that teach them interview on YouTube. Fine. My Instagram numbers would have increased since then because people probably who never know about teach them come find out who name teach them. So we get a few more followers over there. So I suppose some more people then come over now, come watch the full interview. The discussion point 92 would have probably parked some people's curiosity and them come check out the interview. So these little things help. You understand? I say one of the viewers page zip and say, yo, make sure on not tag teach, on not do around here, so what on a depend. So people out there looking out and people send me the things them because I never have no time in the week to monitor social media. And the man them send me the things them and I go look on them and them something there. And you know what I mean? So apparently Angel have been fielding questions about the interview. I see one next article where she says she has to use underwear and them something there now and all. I don't know. But what me I say with the interviews them peeps, and yeah, me know me ask some questions where, you know, some people probably won't feel comfortable to ask, but I just work, you know. You understand what I say? And thing, and people they want me focus longer upon the daddy one thing. For what? Daddy one not as relevant to the man legacy as that. It was just a little thing I know people interested and I just ask about daddy one. Me even did interested in that daddy one situation. You understand what I say? In a real life. You say me depend, me just ask the questions because I know some people out there are curious and want to hear Beanie Man side of the story. But me not interested in the Beanie Man daddy one situation. Me not interested in the Spice Beanie Man unfortunate incident and them. So me not really interested in them things in a real life. It's just at a part-time legacy and we ask the question because we know people want to hear the things them. You feel what me depend? So, as me say, the man them out there we are look for take out certain things out of the interview if you go spinning and twist the phone away. Then me not appreciate that, you know. Me not telling you that straight up, you know. You understand? Because you realize me not do the sussery and the gossipry over here, so. So me not want you twist the thing. So if you don't want to hear what the man say, you go watch the interview. You feel what me depend? And you get it from the man. Nobody go interpret it phone away. Beanie Man said this when Beanie Man never said that, you know. You understand? So I don't even know. Just recently, 2 females attacked a police officer. The situation could have ended badly for them both. No respect for law enforcement. A regular that go on in a dan, thing rough. So we give thanks, peeps. Part 2 now perform as well as part 1. But you know what thing go? The interviews them out there. There is a part 3 for the people who have been asking. But the part 3 is because I shot the interview before. The one that you saw. I about 5 hours out of interview. And there were a couple issues and Beanie Man asked me if I wanted to shoot over the interview. And we say yes and we shot it again. And the thing, you understand? So, but there are some things that he would have said in the first interview in relation to many of the topics. Because the one there will be more highlights, and I mean some punchlines and things. Zane and the part that the interview them DJ, we get dub plate, we get a lot of things. So my name but I push that for the second one here. So I don't think I'll be doing it this week. Because I think I want to upload the Major Mackerel on Tuesday. That you're gonna laugh at days. Zane and thing and then probably Beanie Man further down your road. We don't know yet still. You understand? So they need to take a page out of your book. You are an awesome interviewer. You know, we are learning, you know, some people still not appreciate it, you know, but we are learning, we still make mistakes, we still have to improve. We try to do as much research as we can. Me just look and I say, I just want to improve and get better and better and better. You understand? People don't appreciate my style. There are some people out there who are so upset that I ask the same questions in every interview. Because I sat down and I created that format. I sat down and I wrote down the questions them because I want a structure. It's like me as a teacher, you know, don't forget that, you know. You understand? And a man's story will not be the same as a next man. They may interlap. But if me ask the same question, the man them not born in the same place or born to the same parents or have the same experience. So those questions are designed to bring out as much information from the artists in a way where them even realize that them are do. You understand? And look on the comments there. Many of the comments are that we see Beanie Man or any other man do interview before and we never see them so comfortable and we never see them talk so much about that. Because them just comfortable, them are just reason we are reason. And for me, I not even see them as an interview. I see them as just 2 man who will reason a man journey. You understand what I mean? So for the people them, somebody take me to task over the angel thing, say me ignorant and something. Me just say okay and she still a cuss under the zip thing. You understand? Say me didn't even remember. But it no matter what you do, people are gonna have issue with it here, man. And then you know say me don't say you can't to watch people. So there's a reasoning do it. It's, for me, my thing is not an interview per se. You understand? Because it's not really a conventional interview. It's a reasoning. It's a deep dive into a man's journey and musical contribution. You see me? So people out there, people all get offended because them tell me say them not like the format and me say me not change it. And people vex, probably even watch more interview. Like, me not understand. The thing I work. Like, the thing I work. The thing. I will try to remain as humble as possible. But the thing powerful, Rasta, I can tell you, it's just that I don't interview no art, well, probably except Beanie Man. Who call and say, yo, teach, if phone stop ring off, because Beanie don't really keep phone. So I probably I go, that's why. You see me? Bookings, dub plate requests, a million different things. The thing powerful, brother. So we just keep it humble and I know some people every day when you interview killer, you make Yendi get, like me couldn't business who interview killer before me. Look how much people interview killer before me and I go interview killer after me. Wanna relax, man. Teach them is at the wheel. You understand what I say? Killer is in no rush. Teach them is in no rush. You don't rush greatness neither. You understand what I say? So, at the end of the day, it's just what it is. Right now, I'm busy. I try retool and upgrade the gear and stuff. And the past couple of months, I have been working very hard, even though I don't upload as much as I would want to, in trying to stack up some cheese for replace practically most things, the cameras them and everything. We are upgraded thing, peeps. Take a look at time. I know so them always a teaching of to tell people everything, but una me people them, una me a thing possible. You understand? I wanna watch a video them. I want to contribute to Super Chat and PayPal and Patreon. You see me? So I want to improve. I remember where I started from. I was watching some of the earlier videos yesterday and me I said, Jaja, give thanks. You see? And so we're just out here, you know, teach, get the interview and put it up. Jaja. Yeah, me understand why you say that still. It's your call. The wise counsel and do your thing. Yeah, man, teach them. Everything you do will find some crosses people. You know what killer say? A straight flagging from them nagging, man. But you can't please everybody, yeah. You have to just do the thing to please as many people as possible. You understand? I always say, every video you upload, people dislike it. But every video have more likes on the video than dislikes. So it means you still do something good that people appreciate. So that's some of you look on the thing. You understand what I say? I have been noticing a little trend recently in relation to a couple of my videos. Even the Beanie Man birthday party video was flagged by someone saying it violates community guidelines. I don't know where in that video community guidelines was violated. But I kind of watch a little thing and me a sense one little thing out there. But me just go and watch it still. But me just want to know so the ones I'm out there, this bigger than Uno family. You understand? I work hard for this. Many sacrifices, many sleepless nights. You understand? A lot of reinvestment. It bigger than Uno family. So if you don't appreciate it, just not come across. Zine. So you don't, if you don't like it, just not come over here. If you don't like or teach them the film thing, just not come over here. You understand? The channel was here before you. The channel will be here after you. I just saw the thing go. You understand? So you don't need, if you don't like it, you just don't like it. Me not have nothing against you about that. So, me don't understand. You see me? But me realize a little thing I go on, and it's not the first video recently, you know, it's the second video. But me I watch how I go on still. Me just watch how I go on. And things. So, you know what thing go, peeps. Me can move on now. So, me done with the interview with them for now. Yeah, but I think I'll be uploading Major Mackerel's interview, musical journey, on Tuesday and thing. I have an interview tomorrow evening too. You know, one of the golden duets in Jamaica's reggae. Yeah, we see how it thing go. Trending video, right? So you know, peeps, alleged goat thieves held and beaten in St. Thomas. Then nothing wrong with that. Then should then take a goat rope them, you see, and plot them and wet them and then just beat them with the like. For this, said the top tier people goat. Alright. People can report a video, say it violates YouTube community guidelines. So YouTube community guidelines have to do with showing nudity or violence or sexual content and them something there. So somebody will flag it and YouTube will look at it and say, okay, there are issues with it. But then you can appeal it still. It is not the first time it happened. It just happened recently, but I kind of realize of late, like, I cannot see why somebody would flag the Beanie Man birthday party thing. Me can't sit into that. Like, me I try to figure it out and like, me just laugh. And it's not even money because that video was never monetized. From the day me upload that video, I don't make $1 off that video because it was never advertiser friendly. Zine, for whatever reason. So it's not even the money. It's just the principle of the thing. You put in your work and people out there see the thing and for whatever reason them decide say, yo, Ray, good night comes. But the journey continues. I have been dealing with this for a long time. Yeah, man, me appeal. Oh, yeah, say brother, man. Me not really make certain things face me, man. Me a soldier out in the streets to the brother. You understand? Me just make people that know what I go on. We just observe some little things. But the thing bigger than them, man. You understand me? I say, we work hard for this, man. We build this. We take our time. We're patient and humble. You understand? And take our beatings. You understand? And understand when we make mistakes and put up with and say we did wrong and correct it and move on. See? I just got on the video just now and advert was up. Thought you were on a break. No, because you just sign on and things. So watch out now, peeps. And thanks for watching. This work we work like. 2 men are now in police custody after quick action by residents thwarted, that sound right, yeah, the efforts of another group of goat thieves in St. Thomas on Monday. Reports are that about 12 p.m., residents of the new Pira district in Barking Lodge, St. Thomas, were alerted by the sound of goats. You understand? The bleat of goats. An alarm was made and upon investigation by residents, 3 men were observed in a white AD wagon car with several goats inside. Hold on the peeps. The AC, the remote control for the AC, the on the table around this, and I get don't move. So
what we do here is go back.
Yeah, man, me there, me ain't go far. Just back at a green screen, me go. You know, like Beanie Man saying run away from the yard, and our next door and run go. Hey, me try to turn on the AC when me a stream because it kind of affect my lip them and make them dry out and them something. So, you know what I think about me I get warmish like. So watch out now, peeps. After the car was prevented from leaving the district by angry residents, the 3 occupants alighted from the vehicle and ran into nearby bushes. However, 2 of the men were subsequently held by residents, beaten, chopped and handed over to the Golden Grove police. The 3rd suspect is still on the run. It is understood that one of the men was severely injured and had to be taken to hospital under police guard. The southeastern parish has been plagued by goat thieves for weeks. On Sunday, the Morant Bay police arrested a woman after thwarting the efforts of a group of goat thieves during a vehicular check operation in White Horses in St. Thomas. I'll give you that story there in a few. Yeah, peeps. I mean, as I say, we just stay positive. You understand? We just deal with the things as them come. We have a vision, we're upon a mission, you see, and we just try to improve and gradually. You see me I say? Certain things we just keep on a level, see, and just, you know what I mean? Deal with the thing on a level as it comes. You see me? Yeah, man. Far we are come from with this, man. Some want to know the struggles and where we start and how we start and the challenges along the way for the people that are about for years now, from 2016 to now. You understand? And you know, we do the thing in my opinion. We do the thing the right way. We never try build the thing around a controversy or feuding with another YouTuber. You understand? Or sensationalizing or creating fake news. we pay our dues, we stay focused, we take the long route, you understand, and build the thing on a level. You see me I say? So we just give thanks and I go and put in the work. See, I have not been working as much as I want to in recent weeks, because of the birth of my son that I won, and now back to school, back at work, and it's not just that I am a teacher at work, I am responsible for 11 members of staff. See, I have the biggest department in the school, so that have its challenges as well. And thing. So I mean it's just a lot to balance sometimes. But just give me a little time and when I watch a video them and keep the thing moving. You understand? So that's why when I come in the stream them and when I go so booms to teach. So I upload a lot for the week. So it means I would have earned a little bit less. But when I come stream the people them fix things and we give thanks because we want to work hard. So I will heap a little things, peeps. You know what I mean? Yeah man, we just keep the thing moving, man. We soon reach on 200,000 too. We give thanks. We do about 100 and what? 99,000 masha now. I don't even know. I don't even get for check. You see me? 199,038 me I see here, so. Yeah man, we give thanks. I'm a proud father, you know? Yeah man, my baby has grown up. Yes, Tess. Beat and teach from them days. Everything be well balanced soon. Yes, Cams, you know what thing go. We just try to balance out the thing. Get a school thing up and running so we can free up some time. I mean, they're still my son. I mean, we have a parent as well. So we just try to make a thing work. As I said, the good thing is that the channel is not a channel now where you have to upload every day to keep it relevant. Because we'd have done some good work in the past and people keep watching those videos, evergreen content. Not just so a man kill a man around there so and people watch it today and they don't watch tomorrow. You have to go upload again. But we have done some work now that is taking care of the channel. We give thanks. Always talk to them about that. You have to wise. How your baby grow before mine teach? No man, when I say my baby has grown, I'm talking about the channel. So now, woman held as St. Thomas police thwart goat thieves. That is the next incident, listen up. Curry goat must nice out of St. Thomas, it look like. Because I don't know. A woman is now in custody after the Morant Bay police thwarted the efforts of a group of goat thieves during a vehicular check operation in Whitehorse, St. Thomas on Saturday the 3rd of October. The identity of the woman is being withheld pending further investigation. The police reported that about 4 p.m., a police team was on operation in the area when the driver of a red Toyota Wish motor car was signaled to stop. After complying with the instruction, 4 occupants alighted from the vehicle and suddenly fled the scene. However, a woman was held by the police. The goats were found inside the vehicle. So 4 people in the vehicle plus goats. Jaja. Ah boy, I don't know. And thing. And you know, so you still have some people in our family when I subscribe to teach them, and so you need to make them subscribe to make the thing reach 200 quick and fast. You know what I think? Yeah, and as we said, that is the next thing to me meds more time. You know, like my subscription numbers could be so high if I had done the thing differently. If I did stick to the sussery and the gossipry, you understand, and sensationalizing certain things. But I decided that is not the channel that I want. That is not the legacy that I want to build. I want to do the thing the right way. So my growth may be slower than other people. People may pass me. You understand, in terms of subscription number. But I will tell you that subscription numbers don't mean as much as people think. It's just a thing to say, okay, you're still growing. See? But most of the people that watch your video and subscribe to your channel. About 20% of the people that watch your video are subscribers. It's just so the thing go. Because some people don't subscribe because, you know, them watch a one video and like it. But them not really come back around here upon a regular. So, but we give thanks. We give thanks. Monday, the pan goat. Money the pan goat. So, that's why them a thief them. And yeah, man. So, just make on relatives them when I subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, man. And we give thanks. And what thing go. I mean, I don't know why we still reaches on the whole house. Should they not say teach them? No, Peter. It's not explaining myself. It's just that, as a teacher, you learn that you share information with people who are in front of you. So I suppose it's just a teacher in me, Peter. You know what I mean? And some people don't really understand how the thing works sometimes. So you still have to sensitize them. You know what I mean? Stop pressure people, them Peters. Sure. Me talk about the Uchen's Wilson trial, summation, conviction, Sunday. I have some other things to deal with now. So we're into the obituaries now, the death announcement section. Nikki MK, thanks for the support, Empress. See? The part I stream I can't deal with most of the time. But I know people out there, I wait for teach them to about a few things and share some things we are going on in the country where they miss and things. So, but me personally, like, you see me even bother doing a whole heap of video where you hear some man dead around this. I mean, just can't bother with him. I tell you the truth what God love. You see me I say? Family alleges foul play in death of Clarendon farmer. I think me have the elder's picture. See me not even get to prepare the background stuff as I normally do because me just frass out. Me can't even find it again. I mean know me they download it somewhere, you know, but computer kind of behave weird sometimes. The family of a 63-year-old Clarendon farmer, Delroy James, is alleging that there is foul play surrounding his death. James's body was found in the Thomas River in the parish on Wednesday afternoon. That is a day after he was last seen. Residents were fishing in the river near James's home when they saw the body of the farmer and upholster of Penance in Clarendon floating in the river. According to the family, James also had a chop wound to the head. The police theorized that James may have been washed away during heavy rains. However, the family has refuted the claims, asserting that James might have suffered a similar fate as his brother, Whitfield Burrell, whose body was found in the same river in October of 2018. Teacher heard through the grapevine that the killer one done on the on the shelf. Cut down the grape tree there. The vine there, not treat her right. It'll bear some bad fruits. So watch me now. His sister, Markeisha Poyser, said James was an active community person who advocated for better roads. He would give away his last. He tried to help everybody, she said. Meanwhile, Herschel Brown, counsellor for the Chapperton Division, said James was an active member of the Penance Farmers Group. He's usually the one who is always attending meetings and trying to get assistance for his colleagues. He's not known to make any trouble. His death is disturbing, he said. James, the fifth of 10 siblings, was also described as a family-oriented individual. We hope that investigation will reveal what really go on, you know what I mean, and them something there. Cause Jaja, teach, are your good friend flag you? Alright, sir. Which one we there though? Man charged with murder of policeman's mother appears in court. A man believed to be involved in a targeted attack on the mother of a policeman in Old Harbour, St. Catherine in February is to appear in court on Tuesday. Akeelia Black, 27, first name of a girl name, is charged with the murder of 67-year-old Letia Francis. Mr. Black is also charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. He was captured 2 weeks ago during a police military operation in St. Anne. Miss Francis was shot dead at her home in Old Harbour Glades on the 6th of February. Investigators allege that Miss Francis was attacked by the cronies of a suspect who was fatally shot by her son days earlier. So apparently, Miss Francis' son is a cop. He would have been involved in a fatal shooting in the Old Harbour a few days earlier. Apparently, threats were made against his mother, and the threats were executed. Jano. Was he trying to send a message to the police? Apparently threats were made against his mother, after he was involved in a fatal shooting, I remember that incident very well. I think he was involved in the shooting of a female. I think it was a female. I was some other man. I don't remember the part there. But I remember that there was news items that said that his mother was being threatened and stuff, and we hear from the show it said he was killed. Please interview Bounty Killer. Yeah, man, I will. Representing for Teach Them. To a fucking AK, Shane and Sean from Florida. Class, brother. Big up yourself, you know, Sean. Appreciate the support. You hear, sir? A 9. Big up yourself, broski. Listen to the story I know, peeps. Hunt on for a taxi operator accused of pushing 16-year-old girlfriend from moving car. The Manchester police are on the hunt for a 38-year-old taxi operator accused of the attempted murder of his 16-year-old girlfriend. Garfield Wagwan, I don't know any brother. That's a possibility. He may have fell and hit his head, but them say it's a chop, so I don't know. Let's see what the investigation reveal. The police say about 3 p.m. on Thursday, the girl, along with her 2 siblings, took the taxi of the man with whom she has been intimately involved. While traveling from Chowthall in Clarendon to Christiana in Manchester, the taxi driver reportedly asked to see the young girl's phone and began accusing her of cheating on him. I'm not even focused, yes, so I'll go on with that camera here. And that look better. Still out of focus? Still in focus? I don't even know. I have to look that side there, because I don't know star. I don't understand. Jaja. James Bond said, teach me here. Say Vegas say him not stop. Flag the channel till him get an interview. All Vegas need to do is send me a one message, you know. Then the argument settle. You understand? Like water in a kettle. As Merciless say, like mama echo round a yard and eat 2 banana with speckle. Alright, sir. James, pick up yourself. You know me even make that call yet, brother. What me and you reason about the week did rough. But me intend to make the call, you understand? Alright. Make we finish the article here. Later in the journey, the girl allegedly told the driver that their relationship was over and asked that she be allowed to get out of the vehicle. It is reported that the driver hit the woman in the face and then shoved her from the moving vehicle. In an attempt to force him to stop the car, the young woman's brother attacked him and squeezed his throat. Just bite my tongue. The driver then stopped the vehicle and fled. The girl, who sustained head injuries, was unconscious. She was rushed to the Percy Junior Hospital where she remains in a stable but serious condition. I don't even know why I read this, you know. Normally, I don't read hospital thing when people still alive, you know. No. 38-year-old and 60. There's no way upon the face of the earth this man couldn't ever think that little girl was going to stay with him forever. I hope also that despite the facts of the thing set away, him never did have sexual relations with that child before she turned 16. That's the next story there, so right there. So I keep an eye on this. It's a thing with old men and young girls. Like, the reality is that how long can you keep the interest of these young girls? Your lifestyle is different. Zine, your friends are different. The things that you do are different. The things where you do probably don't excite her. The places where you go, she probably not interested in her. The friends that when you keep, she not interested in her. So what do you think are going to happen eventually? Check my next phone. What do you think are going to happen eventually? Jaja. Hold on the peeps. Sis, you know, say today, while me just finish a class, you know, and me I said to myself, say, look how me for respond to him sister about doing the video, and me not get round to it. Then probably say, yo, me I deal with them away. God know that me said to myself, you know. Alright, sir. Just got news that a former student of mine who was suffering from lupus has died. Brilliant young man. He would have been in the hospital for a while. They created a GoFundMe campaign for him. Recently, I would have, you know, spoken to his family about doing a video, them detailing the situation to post on the channel, so probably some people would be able to contribute, but apparently, Jaja. Ah boy. So Scotty just a message me because she was his grade supervisor last year. And she was one of the persons who would have been trying to get assistance. The school would have done some things through administration and the teachers, but I really intended, because when the GoFundMe campaign thing came out, I said, just, you know, out of having the platform, I would have, you know, have a sit down with his parents and let them detail the situation and ask for, you know, so, you know, if there's a face to the thing, it gives a better vibe than me just doing a video saying XYZ. And me really and truly got caught up in the week and with work. John was star. Alright, so. Yeah, peeps. Life. Paul S. Big up yourself, family. But I suppose so far is that sometimes these girls are in some economic situation where, you know, them not really learn for, you know what I mean, all out and thing, and some of these men, you know, pretend to assist them and you know, thing just rough. You see me? First and foremost, I hope the young lady, I don't know if she's still unconscious. I hope that the injuries will not be fatal. I remember a situation with a brother named, I do the bug him name from around one place around a Cockburn pen. They shoot one little girl who must have got, I don't want to call the wrong school name, either Osamarty or one of them school in Spanish Town, because she said that the relationship was over. He's still on the run. So there have been many instances where the age difference kind of take its toll eventually. Like, well, you want to see the little girl foot, but then again, not good as him buy. But then if you even buy, the man them need for go look their size. That is what it is. The argument done. You understand what I say? Because some of the little girl them situation is such that as a man offer them something, them glad, them not used to it, so them not really grow up like to learn, to satisfy with what them parents can give them. You see me? Yeah, peeps, so look what thing I kind of lit me away because I promised the family to do the video and sometimes the struggles of life, you just don't get to do some things sometimes and I don't know. I mean, probably his fate would have been his fate still, but at least I know so I then do my part to try help the situation, you see me? So that kind of, you know what I mean, throw me out look a bit, I tell you the truth. Yes, Nell, that is true, you know, right. And as me I say, but you know and me know, so sometimes these youths don't have any parental support. You understand what me I say? The mother and father now make them know, say, yo, you have to learn to satisfy with what me can give you until you can earn your own. You see me? Sometimes them youths say raise themselves, you know, and that I want to understand, you know. Right, and finance, so them just learn about them feelings, so their brains are still confused and in adolescence. No man, you know, I'm gonna finish the stream, Miss Alcine. I finish it, man. As I said, just kind of threw me up because I had really and true. I was having dialogue with his sister. They would have said yes, they are willing to do the video, and it's just me now did for just get the thing done and yeah, I don't know. I don't feel better about the situation, despite, you know, at least me then try play my part, but yeah. I'll keep my eyes open on this one because I foresee possible carnal abuse charges or statutory rape charges coming up somewhere along the line because I am anticipating to hear that they were involved in a sexual relationship before the young lady turned 16. I'd be very surprised if that is not the case. So a man was shot after attacking the police who attempted to serve a warrant on him. A 24-year-old man who reportedly attacked police personnel after they attempted to serve a warrant on him is in hospital after he was shot by the cops. The incident happened on Wednesday in Claremont, Jericho in Hanover. So about 7 p.m. the police were searching for the man who was wanted for wounding with intent. He was implicated in an incident in which he allegedly chopped a man with a machete. When the police attempted to accost him at his house, he attacked them and was shot. He has been admitted to hospital in serious condition. Because I suppose one of the dominant discussion is that oh you can't vote or get your driver's license until you're 18 and you're able to consent to sex at age 16. That discussion has been on the table for years. There has been times when people say they're going to try to push it forward and not come of it and all sort of something. You see me? Something I know. Rambo booked for alleged armed attack on firearm holder in St. Andrew. Detectives from the St. Andrew North Police Division have charged a man with shooting with intent, robbery with aggravation, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition following an incident on Washington Boulevard in St. Andrew on September 15. The accused, little boy again, 22-year-old Rowan Carr, otherwise called Rambo, of De La Vega City in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Reports are that about 3:52 p.m. a man was standing along the roadway when he was allegedly approached by a car who pulled a firearm, pointed it at him, and demanded his properties. The man, who is a licensed firearm holder, challenged Carr in a gunfight, and the latter subsequently escaped in the area. Carr was later pointed out to the police and was charged on Friday, the 2nd of October. So him point gun pan man and make man jaw before him said way. Him should have shot him. The man should have shot him. You understand? And them find the gun. So in Christopher, what go on, brother? I don't know that you don't want people to be voting at 16 still no Guy Fawkes in all honesty too. But me understand what you say. A man named Rambo Finar, then the man a Rambo business a man depan. You see him? People remember say all the things are going out of East Kingston and Central Kingston. Here's the next thing. 3 injured in drive-by shooting in East Kingston. So 3 persons were injured in a drive-by shooting on Sunday in Eastern Kingston. The incident happened at the intersection of Cambridge Street and Sussex Lane. About 5 p.m., persons were standing along the roadway when a vehicle with several men aboard drove up. The men opened gunfire on the individuals before speeding off. The injured persons have been admitted to hospital in serious condition. There's no end in sight to the madness, innit? Wanna feel like peeps? Wanna hold on? Listen what I go on. One next cow thief in business go on a center. But me talk about that one next time. Need some water. 19-year-old accused of shooting taxi driver and stealing vehicle. More if you not listen to the age them were involved in them something here. A 19-year-old St. James man is accused of robbing a taxi driver of his motor vehicle at gunpoint nearly 2 months ago. The accused, Alonzo Vincent of Rose Heights in St. James, has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, robbery with aggravation and wounding with intent. Reports are that about 9 p.m. on Wednesday, August 12, the complainant who operates a taxi was en route to Farm Heights when Vincent, who posed as a passenger, brandished a firearm and instructed him to exit the vehicle. It is further reported that Vincent opened gunfire at the complainant, hitting him several times before escaping in the motor vehicle. The complainant was taken to hospital by a motorist. Vincent was arrested on Friday, September 25th and subsequently charged. So you thief the man car, and that is not enough for you. The car where the man probably worked very hard for own. You stole it. And you still try to steal the man's life. The man have a family to feed. Kids probably are going to school. A family were depending on him. You thief the man vehicle where probably a feed him family, and you want to kill the man on top of it, brethren. "19-year-old. Westmoreland man charged for murder. Detectives assigned to the Westmoreland Police Division have charged 26-year-old Ryan Myrie, otherwise called Old Boy, of Bay Road in Little London, Westmoreland, with murder and 3 counts of shooting with intent in connection with the murder of a businessman in the parish. Dead is 58-year-old Devon Clark, otherwise called Babsy, a businessman of Darliston in Westmoreland. Police reports are that about 2:30 p.m., Myrie, who was armed with a gun, allegedly pounced upon the deceased at his business place and demanded money. When the demand was not met, Myrie reportedly shot the businessman several times. Police say a tussle ensued and Myrie was shot in his abdomen. Myrie also reportedly fired several shots as he escaped, resulting in the injury of 3 other persons. A report was made and Myrie was subsequently arrested and placed on an identification parade where he was pointed out. He was charged on Wednesday the 7th of October following an interview in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. Another man, suspected to have been Myrie's accomplice, is currently being sought by the police. This is such a dust magnet. Look like a water door there. I'm a studio lock up, you know. I don't know who I let in dust in a studio. Like them I say, yo, hold some dust teacher. And almost every weekend me dust down the studio and the equipment now. Well, me try, cause my sign was set away, but me try. Me need one of them things that will take out particles and particles out of here. Dust particles like. I look for one. Dust thing and I go work out. Hey, me just have to break a little bit cause more time I have to just decompress. So me just get dusty a little while. The place ever lock up. You understand? I don't know where dust come from. You see me? Yeah, that's the name, Miss Robinson. That same something there. Humidifier. I forgot purchase one like. Cause right now this is turning in a dust bowl. Filter you need. Okay, Miss Sonia. I don't know things, you know. It could be spread out with the dust. But spread out just tie one place, spread out the walk up and down. So I don't know. This a man a go rob business place. The man say nah give me money. He decided to shoot the man. Some altercation, some tussle. I don't know if it's a business, if the businessman did have a gun, or during the tussle, this a man end up shoot himself. But upon trying to escape, him fire more shot, shoot 3 more people. Roadwork dispute leads to fatal stabbing of taxi operator. Taxi operator named Taliban. Unstoppable, why are you with you? Hope you're good enough. Give thanks. The Trelawney police have taken a 55-year-old farmer into custody in connection with Wednesday's fatal stabbing of his neighbor, with whom he reportedly had a domestic dispute. The deceased has been identified as 48-year-old taxi operator Ainsworth Fairclough, otherwise called Taliban, of Freeman's Hall in Trelawney. Reports are that Fairclough and the suspect had an argument over a road that the suspect was building, which led to his house from the main road. The argument was said to have escalated into a fight, and the taxi operator was reportedly stabbed in his chest with a knife that was brought into play. So he was rushed to the Percy Junior Hospital in Sparling on the same, well, on the border of Manchester and some other place, where he was pronounced dead. The suspect was subsequently arrested by the Ulster Spring police, who are investigating the incident. So one road lead to death, one road lead to prison. Cha-cha. No man can solve no dispute in an amicable way these days. It's violence. Every man better than every man. Every man ego bigger than every man. Every man head hotter than the next man. No man can reason out a thing. No man can admit to them wrong. No man can stand down. And the taxi operator was operating under a moniker where I'm tired to tell people these names, stop, call yourself and answer to them. Taliban. 2 of them lose. The 2 of them lose. Nobody now win. Because 1 man dead and 1 man dead. You understand? 1 man has died physically and 1 man is now dead mentally. 2 of them dead. I hope this fill up the screen because I never format it properly. Alright, you know, fill up the screen. But this Empress on screen. Former fashion model shot dead in Maypen, Clarendon. A former fashion model was shot dead by a gunman in front of her children at their home in 7th Heights, Maypen, Clarendon on Tuesday. The deceased has been identified as 37-year-old Tavia Richards McGregor. It was reported at about 1 a.m. she was sleeping at her home with her 2 children when masked men broke into the premises. Sometime later, they opened gunfire hitting Richards McGregor before escaping from the area. The victim's children were not harmed, according to the police. She was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. I am happy that the children were not harmed, yeah? But Jaja, you see why I can't bother with them topics most of the time? Like, I'm just tired of them now, peace. I'm tired. Like, I am so... So the possibility is that the kids were killed in front. The kids saw their mother being killed. That's... There's a possibility in a Malik. You never know sometimes either. So that's a possibility. Because someone like a she them definitely go for. So am I the pan? What is the hold up on capital punishment? Teach go interview Andrew on this. Police probing fatal shooting in Devon, Manchester. So the police are probing the fatal shooting of a man in the community of Dunbar in Devon, Manchester on Saturday evening. The police reports that about 7 p.m., 58-year-old Audley Elliott was walking along the Dunbar main road when he was shot by 2 men traveling in a Toyota Altis. The gunmen escaped. Elliott was pronounced dead at the Percy Junior Hospital. This next picture won't span the screen either because I said I was not able to format the pictures based on work and the turnaround time for the stream. But this Empress here, hope you're seeing her. Manchester bar owner shot dead. Police theorize that the shooting death of a bartender, Wendy Harrison, at her home bar was a contract killing. But her murder has left many residents of the Manchester community puzzled. Now, acting commander in charge of the Manchester Police, Deputy Superintendent Lloyd Darby, said that the police were probing angles into the killing. We don't have any leads as to who the shooter is, but we are following other angles as to what might have caused it. We believe it was contracted, based on how the incident unfolded, Darby said. Police reported that shortly after 1 p.m., Harrison was pounced upon by a gunman in her bar, which is located at the back of her house. The gunman opened fire, hitting Harrison. He then fled the scene. So residents of Williamsfield who knew Harrison were in shock. She and her daughter move very good. She travels overseas all the while and she run a little bar, and I don't know of her making any trouble, said a resident. She's a nice person. I wasn't looking for this with her because I know she doesn't give any trouble. I feel it and I cried for her. Another resident described the deceased as hardworking and determined. She's a nice brown lady. I don't know why that important still, but she's a nice lady. She had a bar up in Content, a neighboring community. And she locked up that bar and she was on her own. When I come to Williamsfield, I usually come look for her. She was a hardworking and determined woman. I saw her about 3 weeks ago. She used to have a bar near Kirkvine and she locked it down and come here where she lived. She was easygoing, another resident said. So I don't know if Empress Wendy had any, if I understand right, capital punishment is still on the books. It is just not enforced. Why? No man, they need to make. Yeah, it is still on the book then. It is still on the books. They just decided to stop using it some time back. After a ruling by the Privy Council in one case and some only political things. You know, human rights and all sort of people and them something. Man, I don't know. You see me? Both political parties would have formed administrations that had the opportunity to revisit it. They have decided not to. I can't say why. I have often said though that the death penalty won't solve Jamaica's crime problem. It will be a deterrent, yes, but remember people used to end regular because the people did still have the foolishness. So the death penalty alone won't solve the problem. It may be a important tool in treating with certain things, but it won't solve the problem. The problem is way more deeper than that. It will take many angles to solve the crime problem. And as I said, yes, it can be a useful tool, but it will not solve the crime problem. Many people think that this is the magic elixir or the antidote to crime in the country. It is not. It will never be. You understand? As I said, it will be a deterrent to some people, but the reality is that, yes, some man now go sit down in prison and eat taxpayers' money, and some man might think twice, but it will not solve the murder. It will not solve it. If you think the death penalty will solve crime, look at countries that still use the death penalty. Why them still kill people? Because people still commit crime. Crime in Jamaica is a multifaceted thing, so one approach alone cannot solve it. That is just the reality. Yeah? Blessings in a Peter. Safe travel upon the gravel. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Blessings every time. You see? Woman allegedly stabbed to death by a grandson's friend during dispute. A bloody domestic dispute in Marley District in St. Anne's Bay, St. Anne on Sunday night resulted in the stabbing death of a 63-year-old woman and the wounding of her husband and son. The deceased has been identified as Pauline Bingham Brown, an office attendant of Marley District. So reports are that about 10:20 p.m., Bingham Brown was involved in an altercation with a grandson of hers. The dispute later escalated, and at one point, a friend of her grandson allegedly used a knife to inflict a wound to her upper body. Bingham Brown's husband and son both intervened and were also stabbed during the incident. Residents later alerted the police and the wounded persons were assisted to hospital where Miss Brown died while undergoing treatment. Her husband and son were treated and released. It is not immediately clear if the attacker is in police custody. So, lady and her grandson in a conflict. Grandson friend apparently decide to take up conflict. Zane. Thanks to Dwight Spence for the contribution over on PayPal. I think this coming same. Thanks to Harold Roberts contribution over on PayPal. Also appreciated. They sound like our grandson boyfriend. How can you stab your friend grandmother because she and your friend have things? Me not get that. Then I saw you enraged that you not only stab the grandmother, but you stab her husband and stab her son. Yeah, man, PayPal been up for a long time, Guy Fox. There was an issue with the first one, and then we did make a next one. A link in the description. You see it? Senton again. The lady and her grandson. I don't know what is the nature of the conflict, but it's she and her grandson. Why you need to get involved in the lady and her grandson thing? So you stab the lady. Her husband get involved, you stab him. Her son get involved, you stab him. Or the really, me have to go make some checks, because you know a sentence, and I have to go find out what really going on there. You know my place. Blessings, Ninja. Yeah, but if you're your friend and you tell your friend to stop in a contention with your grandmother, if you're your friend, you gotta tell your friend, say, even if your grandmother wrong, you ask your brother or your grandmother, Bill. If my friend and him grandmother in a problem, me I go say to the brother, say, yo, brother, or your grandmother, So even if you think she wrong, just Bill. I'm a friend. Me now go turn up and see my friend and his grandmother in a physical tussle. I'm not take on my friend. I'm a friend. If I'm a friend, he probably not gonna reach the sucker. I'm gonna say, Bridging, are your grandmother that you can't violate your grandmother. Cause Mark, the grandmother may be wrong, As me I say, But even if she wrong, are your grandmother, Bridging? It's probably something the man do and him grandmother reprimand him. Denise Robinson is making a valid point. She said Jamaica needs to focus more on mental health and rehabilitation of prisoners. A database needs to be formed to keep track of criminals. I don't know if there's a database or not, so I can't speak to that still. But you make a very valid point, Miss Robinson. Accepted. Oh, me and my grandmother in a Altoki argument where I get physical. Oh, me if it think for lick my grand. If my grandmother lick me, just take a lick and take on myself. Jaja. Father Godfrey. My condolences to you and the family, bro. I am more sorry to hear about your loss. And I hope that through the family you guys can, be strong for each other. First thing, if me realize that my grandmother go lick me take with myself. Because my grandmother can't run me down. So me don't know how she go lick me. I run gone. Oh, me fear stand up and a war with my grandmother. Needs, me not always talk about needs there, so never there last time I talk about needs. Yeah man, needs important man. As long as certain things are done to treat with the first needs bill and the intrusiveness of it and who go have access to the data and some things. But needs have a role to play in I think. Me talk about needs again in detail in the future. But that's a synopsis of my view on the needs thing. My grandmother, I run. There's no way my grandmother can run faster than me. Never. So how she go lick me? The granny them nowadays different. That's a true still, you know. Them you have some 30 plus. Yeah, me understand it in a guy fast, but me don't say still. The grandmother may be wrong. But take with yourself, Bridgin. Just out of respect for your grandmother, take with yourself. Your grandmother can't run left you. Take with yourself, man. I good as all the same friend boots him up, you know. My grandmother 80 at the year old now, and my grandmother talk to me, yes, miss. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Lou. Yes, grandma. But I don't know all is a grandmother, you know, this. But your grandmother. You understand? That is so true, Empress Sonia. And that's the reality that. I don't know the age of the grandmother, bro. No age never mentioned in the article. Except the no. Hold on, age mention, man. The grandmother is 63-year-old. But think me did read that. More murders, because we not done it, you know. Man dead, woman among 2 others injured in gun attack in St. Andrew. So a woman and 2 men were shot, one fatally by unknown assailants in Gelbyville, I first I said that place, Avenue in St. Andrew on Sunday, October 4. The deceased has been identified as 19-year-old Raheem Sinclair, otherwise called LJ, a labourer off Red Hills Road in St. Andrew. So reports from the halfway tree police are at about 11:20 a.m. The 3 persons were among a group standing on the roadway when armed men exited a motorcar and opened gunfire, hitting them multiple times. The police were alerted and the injured person taken to hospital where Sinclair was pronounced dead and the other 2 victims were admitted for medical treatment. The woman's medical condition is considered serious but stable. The police are investigating. Two shot dead at cook shop in Westmoreland. The police are yet to identify a motive for Friday night's gun attack at a cook shop along White Road in Petersfield, Westmoreland, which left 2 men dead. The deceased has been identified as Ricardo Nugent, alias Tagger, a 29-year-old Jodian Winter of Bastard Cedar Walk district in Westmoreland. Bastard Cedar Walk, wow. Police reports that at about 6 p.m. the men were at the cook shop when a motorcar drove up. Armed men then exited the vehicle and opened gunfire, hitting Nugent and Winter several times. The men then escaped from the scene in the motorcar. The injured men were later pronounced dead at hospital. Dane Brown, I don't disagree with you, brother. I don't disagree with you at all. I think we reach a point there already, and then some. Right, my Muslim boyfriend teacher. That's what they said earlier, Nikki. I don't know. I'm done with the murder them for night, yeah, sir. I'm tired. You understand? I deal with a few more things and call it a night too. Because I need to shower and get something to eat and get some rest too. Plus, I need to wake up in the morning to go jog. Because, you know, a few things have been really opening my eyes recently, you know. A Alizate suffered a stroke. He's doing well now. I spoke to him one day last week. I'll probably give him a call tomorrow. Supposed to go link him one of them there too. Many people don't know, but again, somebody who has become my good friend since most of the artists I interview like become a bridging for some reason or another. You understand? I guess I'm just the realness and the thing. Danny English was also hospitalized. He's out now. Major Macrae lost his leg. He nearly died. And many other things. See, I just told you that one of my past students died. Like, you have to just try balance your life and try eat right and exercise as much. So I started jogging again this morning. You know that me also do the gym thing like religiously one at a time, and I did have to choose between the gym and the channel, and me kind of, you know what I mean, make certain things lapse, and eating kind of out of whack most of the time, and we don't really get enough rest. So we just try to balance the things. So in the pursuit of trying to make life better for my family, I also am trying to, you know what I mean, make sure I remain as healthy as I can, because you know what thing go, you know, make no sense you run down money and you're dead left it. You see me I say? So been kind of remove sugar from my diet again, and salt to a level, rice and flour kind of cut that again, and them things. So just I try to keep a thing on a level, yeah, man. Yes, Kush. Me know, man. But you know, sometimes you're on the go, you just grab the quickest thing we're available, and you just deal with that, and the thing just kind of pile up over time. Seeing, I have also put on a little bit of weight, probably too much too. So I may try to fix that too and them something there. So you know what thing go. So I just try to balance the thing here, peeps. You know, it's rough, let me tell you. Like, more time I still don't figure out how I do so much things sometimes, but I just, you know what I mean? Yes, Guy Fox. You know, I know, brother. But as me I say, sometimes it's just convenient to just grab something and you just move. You see me? But I've removed sugar. Again, I have done it before. Zine and thing, and remove flour and rice. I did that. I do them things before now. But then you just fall back in it again because of convenience and ease of accessibility. And some of us I implore the people them for just take care of themselves, yeah, sir. You understand what I say? You have to just take care of yourself. Eating clean is not cheap most of the times. And I would assume that eating clean should be more affordable than eating foolishness. So, you know what thing go. Me I watch my weight in front of me. Big belly I wear. You know, big belly no fit me, brother. You know look good for me. That name make for me. So me not really want it. Right now my belly way too big for me. You understand? Yeah, man. So, you know what thing up here. So we're trying. So I intend to jog every morning going forward, irrespective of what. So, you know what thing go. So go jog, come back, get ready for work, and them something there morning time. So that's something I do with the thing, you know. And plus, try to keep a diet as clean as I can. That's one time I did slim and trim and I got gym and them something there, and you know what I mean? And thing. Anything that is healthy is made and affordable for us. Boy, my son, I tell you. You understand? Half a lemon in a glass of room temperature water. Alright? The doctor them a roll out. You're surprised how much cucumber can do for you. See? A beer doctor around here, you know. Bush doctor, cook doctor, beer doctor. You see? So I can wrap up this thing and call it a night. Junior Fleming, we spoke about him on you can eat those things, but it's fiber. Yeah, I still keep protein in my diet, you know. So like chicken every now and then, you know, we eat piece of pork and we not overdo the thing, but we still keep protein. It's just like the whole heap of starch that we kind of get rid of. You understand? So, there. We are try. It's probably there now. So, I did talk about something about the PNP tonight, but I'm going to push that till Sunday. Can't bother with the politics talking, you know. So Junior Fleming, we were concerned that he may be banned. He may be released by his team. He may have had to find a different team. A verdict has been reached. Leave the pork until they lose the weight. Every now and then, man, it's been a while. You understand? But as I say, everything take a look at time. But I am very conscious of my health now. And me go fix it back. You understand? So me just gradually I get myself back into it and thing. So me I jog now until me can run again and them something there, till me get back stronger and thing. 6-game ban for junior Flemings. Malik Gardner say FP plead Port. Then what you mean, sir? What do you mean by it? Then the great Joel, the great Trenton. Then man, come on. Phoenix Rising player Junior Flemings was given a 6-game suspension for subjecting an opponent to homophobic abuse in an incident which triggered a dramatic pitch walk-off, officials said. The United States Soccer League Championship said in a statement that Flemings had been found guilty of using foul and abusive language in the form of a homophobic slur. Yeah, that. During Phoenix's game with San Diego Loyal on September 30. Yes, Garfield, I believe you. San Diego's players walked off the pitch in protest following the incident, with Loyal coach Landon Donovan later backing the decision. Jamaican international Flemings had strongly denied abusing San Diego's Colin Martin, who is openly gay. At no point did I see a homophobic slur towards Colin Martin, Fleming said after the incident. I don't know Colin personally, but I respect all my opponents equally, Colin included. I am disappointed, him said, but we're not going all of that. You understand? So the USL, however, said it had reached its decision against Fleming after interviews with 11 individuals, including players, coaches, and match officials. In a statement on Tuesday, Phoenix Rising manager Bobby Dooley said that the club had accepted the investigation's finding and noted that Flemings would spend the remainder of his contract, which expires next month, on administrative leave. I am sure they won't renew that contract. Ah, boy. Jaja. Phoenix Rising accepted and supports the result of the investigation, he said. These actions could not be more contrary to the core values of our organization, and we apologize to all who were affected. The club said Flemings, whose contract concludes on November 30, would be provided with resources he needs to learn and grow from this, so that he may become a model for a change in our sport. We will use this as an opportunity to learn, grow, and be a force for a change as we work towards eradicating bias from our sport and our community. San Diego's decision to abandon the game, blah 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 blah. We can't bother with all of that. 6-game ban is better than termination, I suppose. As DS and I was reasoning the other day, when you go for drink milk, you just drink milk. You don't even too pre the cow. As long as milk a flow, you just drink some milk. And no business with guy. You understand? Fleming may have said something that him probably used to saying in Jamaica when nobody not take serious, I assume. But it has cost him. How much I don't know. You have to understand Rome when you go to Rome. You understand? Rome is not yard, a people place. So it means you have to just toe the line and deal with the thing. Yes, Nicky, me understand that too, and I try to cut out that too, but then me can't go to my bed hungry now, you know. You understand? So you have to give and take. So, yeah. Then this me go to my bed hungry, then me just hungry, then me just have to, you know what I mean? Me just not go eat nothing too heavy before me go sleep, man. But me need to get something after my bed. You understand? But I just say it's a timing thing and time management. Me need to work on that and fix that. See, so I have some more things to talk about, but me I talk about them things this Sunday. You understand? Integrity Commission swoops down on Hanover Municipal Corporation. So apparently one next municipal corporation is in some things. Let's see how this one goes. Let me give you the details. Investigators of the Integrity Commission have swooped down on the Hanover Municipal Corporation, seizing documents and cellular phones. high-level corporation officials could not be reached for a comment. However, 2 sources at the corporation said the raid took place yesterday. They came and they took whatever they figured they needed to take. But it is really nothing to worry about, said one source. Recently, videos have been circulating accusing Lucy Mayor Sheridan Samuels of nepotism and corruption. The mayor has rejected the claim, saying no crime has been committed at the corporation. He also said he knew who was behind the videos and called for the local government ministry to launch an investigation. At the same time, Samuel said he would be taking legal action against the maker of the video. And Samuel is also the People's National Party councillor for the Caldwell division in Hanover. Interesting. The last time I hear a man say I'm not eating anything if him light stove at 12 o'clock and put on pot. Yes, Miss Robinson, if he said anything untoward, which apparently he did, he should have known better, considering all things. I hope he has learned from it, and he will learn from it and understand, say, him just need to go work and take care of his family and don't get caught up in a certain things. Right, so guys, I'm going to cut it there, so I will deal with the other things on Sunday. I will definitely be streaming this Sunday, unlike the last one where I was swamped with trying to get things together for work and for the department to be ready for work last Monday and Monday. So I also have an interview tomorrow, and 2 people may interview one time, so I forgot me not start doing the research yet either. I mean, I really know them thing like that, so I need to get some rest so I can get up and running early in the morning. Starting, go jog and then come back and do some research and them something there. So, Sunday, me soon again, give thanks. On the road to 200,000. If anybody in your own soul not subscribe to the channel yet, you need for... Yeah, because Fleming is a smart kid. Seeing from them time. You need to make them join, and your friends them and the people them when you work with, just let them know if you come subscribe and watch a video them and thing. Big up on yourself and your peeps. Appreciate the ones them. You understand? Give thanks for the continued support. Major Mackerel, Tuesday evening. That one will be good. Me not start cut the video yet still. But me drop it in my timeline. So me probably have to start cut that tomorrow and Sunday and Monday night. You know what I think go. School will be a little bit more settled next week. The department will be a little bit more settled. So less work is coming up, and as we go forward, so I will be better able to balance some things and upload some more videos and them something there. You understand? But give thanks to the people them. Create creations, big up yourself, you know, brother. You understand? So as me say, even though we not upload a lot this week, so we come a live stream and the people them say teach all this. So we give thanks. You understand? So it's a little makeup at that said speed. So you know what I think. Plus the Beanie Man interview has been doing well. Most of the interviews are still doing well. So we still give thanks. Some of the older videos we do still do well. So you know we give thanks to all things. Peeps, big up on yourself. Appreciate the support. Zane, I know say be a murder we talk about tonight. Plus some other things. I would say the Royal General has lost his wife. Omar lost his grandmother. As I said, we would have lost a past student also. So the thing kind of set away. But we give thanks for those who are still around, and we give thanks for the life that those people who are no longer with us have lived. You understand? And condolences to the people. Them. Hopefully the Royal will be able to join us in due time. I will definitely try to reach out to him tomorrow. Like, I need to write down them things. I mean, I have so much things to do more time. Like, you know what I think go. Blessings, Garfield. Give thanks. But big up on yourself, peeps. I appreciate the one them. I know my own one call in. Especially the people that live in foreign America per se. Can I have some questions I want to ask you about Uncle Sam versus Jamaica, you know. So I need to do that call in the one of them time. But just give me a little time for settling, balance my thing, get school, balance, you understand? And you know, still dealing with the parenting aspect of the thing and stuff. So, you know, just be patient with me and just watch a video them when them come out so we can make some money if we don't get to upload after that for a little while. You know what I mean? Peeps, good night. Big up on yourself. Believe I do the whole heap, go through the thing and the code and them something. I don't know them things we do them things one next time. I go bed and get something to eat and go sleep. You know what things are peeps. Appreciate the support. All of the moderators them. Big up on yourself. The people who would have been in the comment section engaging with each other and interfacing with me. We appreciate that. People like Miss Sonia F. Because I think that's the first time I see Empress Sonia. You know. If it's not the first time, my apologies for the first time. Well forward to the thing. Miss Denise Robinson made some good points tonight. Big up yourself. DeAndre, my little brother, give thanks, you know. You know, we always appreciate the support, you know. You understand? All of the people them who contributed financially to the stream tonight. Good night. Lady Lioness, she contributed before the stream started. Jara 306, appreciated, brother. Lawful Manners and Respect, Junior Smith and Craig Creations. Appreciate the contributions for the folks who contributed over on PayPal. We appreciate the ones them. You understand what I say? So Devon Williamson, Dwight Spence contribution to new equipment. Give thanks, brother. Appreciate it, Aral Roberts, give thanks. Donovan Williamson, give thanks. All of the people them give thanks. I think I got a contribution earlier today as well. Miss Mascal, appreciated. You know what I mean? Big up to the ones them. Manners and respect. Peeps, good night. Enjoy your weekend. Live chatbot, big brother, where I deal with youth. And my earth strong morning, you know. Happy birthday, brother. Hopefully it will be a memorable one despite the situation. Hope you live to see many more till you just have beer gum and your teeth them gone. You understand? Hope you live to see them places. You know what I mean? Mashed potato settings. You know what thing goes. So gum. Big up yourself, brother. Give thanks. Happy birthday when it come. And all of the people that when celebrate birthday over the weekend, enjoy your birthdays. Be mindful of the situation. Travi and Spike, big up yourself and brother. Give thanks and appreciate it. You understand what I mean? I say, hope you and the family good. See, in moderation over botheration, we say, you see what I'm upon and give thanks. You see, soon Sunday, 8:30. Make it a date and don't be late. You know, don't look for it. Get book for it. Major Mackerel Tuesday. Look out for that. Some more interviews down the road. Mash mount settings. Me not tell you, man. So gum. What else me tell you? The Beanie Man Part 3, which is more of a highlights package type of thing instead of really a storyline. But that going to be a good vibes as well. So look out for that too. Not sure when me going to upload that yet. And we just kind of start doing back some work, interviews. The last interview I did was Beanie Man, and I think that was on about the 18th or so of August. Well, before I did the Major Mackerel the other day, because I did say, I just want, you know, I had a newborn in the house. I don't really want to go out and come in and expose him to anything. So I decided to, as a father, do that. And I had some interviews already at the time put on, so we just go and keep the thing going on and accumulate some more interviews. You know what I mean? So I saw the thing go. Peeps, big up on yourself. Thing rough, time limited, rough to manage everything, but we're there same way. We give thanks, appreciate the ones them. Enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy your weekend. Sunday, sooner. Bless up every time. Empress Nikki MK, Miss Joan Gray, Dante. Garfield Leslie, DS Electronics, Miss Funk, Ali Dan, Guy Fox, big up yourself and brother, Live Chatbot, Miss Sonia F, Miss Ann Alcine, Nix, AG, big up yourself and Empress. I'm moving the phone from yourself. Empress Tesserine is a nice Empress on the youths. Me just tell you now. You understand? Nice. Yeah man, nice young lady. Nice young lady in our family, like. You understand? Yeah. Yes, Tesserine, me a load of a thing. Miss Paulette Abdul, good night. Zane Kushet Love Entertainment, big up yourself. You know what I mean? And them something there. Who else the boat? I'm going to shout out it. I'm going to sit on the screen here, so. Big up on yourself still. I know James Bond did there one at the time. Travi and Spike, big up yourself. Craig, big up yourself. Lawful, Jaro, the whole of the man, them, big up on yourself. Pips, Omar, go on hold it in brother. My condolences again, you know. Just go on hold strong, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, give thanks. Man, I say nice about 34 times. She nice bad man. Omar Daily. Alred Johnson, big up yourself in the family. You know what I mean? We'll have to try to shout out some people before we cut out. You understand? Peeps, take care. Walk good. Step with Jah. You know what I mean? You know what thing go. Kurt Carr, blessings. Marlon Dan, manners. Eat quinoa. I'll probably try it. Never had it before. Ninja, big up yourself. You understand? So, as we say, walk good, step with Jah, safe travel upon the gravel. Soon. I'm out.
Thank you for tuning in. Like the stream before you go. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Remember to share the stream with your family and friends and browse the channel for more amazing content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.